Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we're going to talk about, oh, yes, cryptocurrency, gold, silver prices. I don't know what's happening, but we got to talk about that. And stock dividends are on fire. Why? Because when stocks go down, and if you receive the same dividend amount, the yields go up. You're a winner. And welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream, where it's members only that can be in the chat room tonight. Everybody else can watch. So please stay tuned. Stop struggling now. Gear check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. Make sure you share the videos, just because not everybody knows what's happening out here. They're working their 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. job. Some of you may say, hey, Eric, what's that 7 p.m. to 6 p.m.? Well, let's call it what it is. If you got to be at work at 8, you generally have to start getting ready and leaving by 7:30 at least. And then to get home after work when everybody else is getting off, that's 45 minutes to an hour potentially. So definitely 7 p.m. to 6 p.m., you're on the clock. Now, let's get things in perspective. Cryptocurrency prices all of a sudden went boom. Is there a reason why? Well, there's plenty of reasons why, but one reason why, could it be Bitcoin ETFs? Could it be the stock market? Money is going into crypto? Yes, you have to have somebody buy crypto in order for the price to increase. If nobody buys, then the price stays down. That's why it's very interesting when we get into the gold and silver, because if nobody buys gold and silver, then how is the price going to go up if you're stacking? I'm just saying. So we're going to talk about this and much, much more, ladies and gentlemen. But first, let me see who's in the house. Remember, on the Wealthy Wednesday night live stream, only members with the icon can be in the chat room. So if you'd like to become a member of the channel, please do. That's different than subscriber. Look who's in the house first tonight. Charles is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. He has the icon next to his name. He says, hey, all, to bring the tagline in. And the rest of the tagline is, I smell money. That's right. He smells money, because remember when we were talking about gold, silver prices, these stock dividends? Well, if you're one of the lucky people that know about yield max ETFs, well, every month you can receive dividends. And how about 20, 25, 30% annual returns on those dividends right now? Who knows how long they can sustain that situation? But nonetheless, some people are cashing in every month, big time dividends, bringing their bag of money right in front of them. The duffel bag of cash is getting completed, ladies and gentlemen, without them having to work for it. So thank you, Charles, for being in the house. Professor is here. That's right. You heard me. The professor, aka Auntie Val, is here in the house. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. Of course, she has the icon next to her name. She's also the proprietor of Beachfront Java. That's right. You saw me put it in the chat room. If you haven't noticed, please go to the chat room. Beachfront Java. The reason why, you want to put in the promo code, all caps, SSN Lifestyle. You want whole premium beans? Beachfront Java. You want fine ground for your espresso? Beachfront Java. Do you want drip ground for your coffee maker? beachfront Java? Do you want Keurig beachfront Java? Do you want different blends? And I can't remember all the blends. You got to go check it out yourself. Some cinnamon in some dark chocolate in another, some chocolate in another. I'm just saying, go check it out. And the spice blends, the holiday blends for coffee. Now, I know some of you may say, Eric, okay, don't get excited. I don't drink coffee. I'm on a little bit different journey. I drink tea. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's not only beachfront Java, it's beachfront Java and tea, because she has tea as well, ladies and gentlemen. So go check it out. Free shipping if you're in the United States. But the number one thing to get 10% off for life, you're going to have to use that promo code on your first order, SSN Lifestyle, all caps. Then on your second order and any order thereafter for life, you better get in now before she revokes that promo. 10% off for life, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So get in there now. Go on there and order whole premium blend beans, Indonesia, Africa, Central America, South America, the places where you want to get your beans in a Ziploc bag to make sure once you use it and zip it back up, it's nice and fresh all the time. All right. Get it in. Let's go. Oh, by the way, let me start this out. SSN Nation Lifestyle as well. Punta, Cana, Real Estate Investors and Business Forum. Everybody, I should mention this, everybody who has signed up to receive their ticket, you need to send me something. You need to send me your polo shirt size. All right? I need that, please. You guys will get an email tomorrow, but now if anybody sees this tonight, send me over your polo t-shirt size or polo shirt size, all right? That's the kicker for that. Now, and speaking of that, if you would like to sign up, we have something in the Dominican Republic. We're going to do this next year as well. November 6th through the 8th, 2023, you should be in Dominican Republic. Why? You guys know some of the realtors here. You've seen Gwen from Larimar. You've seen Nestor from Riviera Costeño, Macau Hills, and a few other properties. You've seen Mr. Estacio. You've heard of him before. You've seen them all, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to run into them. Geremiah, the builder, developer, also will be on tap. Of course, Johan Confidante, one of the days will be in at your disposal as well. How much does it cost? Well, here it is. Today, remember the deadlines? It was going to be midnight 2024. We had a few more people say they think they wanted to come overnight. I said, okay, hold on. Then midnight tonight after this live stream, it's over. $199 per person. If you don't sign up by midnight, it's $249 per person after this. After midnight tonight, it's over. You're going to have to pay more if you want to sign up. All right. So you don't want to miss this. Appraisers, inspectors, realtors, lawyers, builders, all at your disposal to answer your questions. And we're going to go around and check out where and how things are being built in the area by the different developers, because we're going to go downtown. We're going to go to Macau. We're going to go to Vista Cana. We're going to go up to Larimar, cruise on land. We're going there, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys will get the lay of the land and see it for yourself, which is what you should be doing anyhow if you're going to invest over there. So come on and join us. Come along for the ride. All right, Professor Ronti Val, thank you again for being here. And her tagline, good evening, fam, with the heart, with the strength, with a cup of beachfront Java. And she's got the notification. That's great to hear. Thank you so much for letting me know. Everybody, make sure you smash the like button. Why? Because the YouTube gods, they don't like us because we help people. We want you to use your money to make more money. I don't want you to send us money. We're the no guru zone. We don't have you give us $2 grand, $5 grand, 20 grand for courses and ebooks and come to our Panda things. We don't do none of that. That money can be used for you to get 20% returns, 30% returns on your money. Imagine giving somebody $5,000 to go get a course or go to some event. The event is over. That $5,000 is gone. But what if somebody told you that you can get like $1,500 per year off of that $5,000 you just gave away? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's possible. It's doable. It's happening right now for a lot of people. But welcome to the No Guru Zone, the SSN Academy, SSN University. So that's why you smash the like buttons. That's why you subscribe to the channel if you like what we're talking about. And not only am I going to talk about it, we're going to show you on screen because that's what we do here. George's Charles, he says it right exactly. I smell money. That's exactly what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. George's Charles is one of the emerging millionaires because he's taken steps along the line in the last year or so to secure his future and not have to worry about money coming in. He's playing with the big boys. He said, I want to do some real estate investing, which is what he's doing. And he's saying some of that's going to be short-term rentals because why? He's buying in places that have amenities. He's buying in places that have amenities that no other place has. So people are going to want to stay there where the amenities are, right, ladies and gentlemen? You know what I'm talking about. So congratulations to him. He's in the house. All right, here we go. He says the commute. That's what that's what I talked about earlier. I was being generous because he's exactly right what he's about to say. It takes 2 to 3 hours of commute before workout. Exactly. If you live in LA, San Francisco, New York, Miami, some people know what I'm talking about. It's no 7 to 6. Try to get to work from 7 to 6 and leave your house at 7. You're probably going to be late a few times a month. So some people actually have to take a shower, get some breakfast, get something to eat up at 6 just so they can leave around 6:45 or 7 out the door. But a lot of people, as you guys know, I look at that as work. You're on the clock. You're not sleeping in your bed like me. You're sitting there getting ready for work and you don't get paid for it. So those 2 hours you're up earlier getting ready for work, you don't get paid. You only get paid when you show up. And then when you leave and you're sitting in traffic, like in LA on I-5, and I'm sitting there like 6 o'clock in the afternoon coming from San Diego. And I'm just like, is this for freaking real? We just moved like in 30 minutes. We just went 15 miles. You know what I did? I said, okay, where's the bars? Where's the restaurant at? Let me pull over. Let's go have some fun for 2 hours. Why am I sitting in traffic for another 30, 45 minutes? I'll just pull over and be in Irvine and going to get something to drink and eat and be merry. And then we'll leave later. I'm just like, this is crazy. But again, this is what you do and you think that's normal. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that's not supposed to be normal. Live life like it's a vacation is what the normality should be. But again, your friends are going to look funny at you at the job saying, I live life like a vacation. And then every other week or every 2 weeks, you're on a 3-day weekend because you're taking your vacation on a Friday. You don't need to take 2, 3, 4 days. All you need is 3 days because on a Friday vacation, you leave on Thursday. You get off work on Thursday, you head to the airport. You're at your destination Thursday evening. So you're there. Then Friday, Saturday, get on a plane on Sunday. 3 days is pretty good. You get your wellness, ladies and gentlemen. You have freedom. You don't have to think about anything. You get back, then you're all set. Another nice week goes by. And then 2 weeks later, you do it again. I'm just saying. All right? Let me help you. All right. I used to work. Yes. Professor Auntie Val with the heart. Thank you so much. All right. Let's get to it, shall we? First of all, we're going to get into cryptocurrency. And all I'm going to say about cryptocurrency is we have right here 2 things that are on what we had is the Ring of Fire. One was Debtbox Node. That's on life support because, first of all, they had a TRO, which messed around with their assets. The assets got released. But the problem is they still are under SEC investigation to find out if their products are, a security. Okay. They're on their life support, like Laverne Pennick said on Monday. Now we have Boogie Gopher Club, which was an NFT, which was supposed to do certain things like they were going to open stores. Profits from the stores were going to be shared with people from the NFT. They were going to have an exchange, which they do, but it's sketchy to me. It's not appropriate. But the exchange was going to make money. The profits were going to be shared with the NFT holders. Then there was going to be a real estate situation here where it could be insurance, where a landlord can ensure that he would have tenants. The tenants were going to pay for this insurance. And then if the tenants defaulted, then the insurance company would handle it. And if you signed a 2-year deal or the tenants did, then they would prepay you 1 year in advance. So there was going to be, no worries for the landlord. Okay, that hasn't materialized either. There's some other things as well. So now they've changed to something with the NASDAQ. So I'm just going over our own cryptocurrency. We're going to get into the cryptocurrency prices, but I just want to get into that first so people will understand what I'm talking about with regards to that, because we have vested interest in those. Cryptocurrency and the NFT for Boogie Gopher Club, they changed to something called NASDAQ. I don't know. They bought some company, a stock swap for a shell company, as far as I can tell. Again, I don't know what the hell they're doing. And the point is, they're saying they're going to be on NASDAQ. I don't know how and with what, but whatever that what is, I guess one of these days we'll figure it out. And so they're going off on this tangent, as I'll call it, where you're going to have to be approved by the federal government if you want to sell stocks. Let's just call it what it is. All right. There's no way around that. You have to get approved. Simple. It's not going to be like 30 days to get approval either. All right. So I'm just want to get things out there straight up. Now let's get back into cryptocurrency. And before, I was going to get into that first, but now I see what I have on my screen, unfortunately, is because we're talking about gold and silver also. And so gold and silver, you can go see what is happening right now. Is it on fire? Nah, not really. But can you get, who saw the trailer? Did you guys see the trailer? Did you sign up for the giveaway? You saw the giveaway, right? Go sign up for the giveaway. In fact, here, I'll put a link in the chat room to go directly to the giveaway. Once I find it, let me see, SD Bullion. I'm pretty sure I have the sweepstakes. Monster box sweepstakes. Potentially worth $18,000 to $19,000 if you're a winner. What do you have to give up? Your information, of course. Your phone number so they can text you. Your email address if you want a second entry. But what the hell? There it is in the chat room for everybody that's here. If you're trying to get in the chat room and you can't, there's a reason. You have to be a member of the channel tonight. It's not just good enough to be a subscriber. You have to be a member with the icon next to your name. And that means a little financial support. Thank you for that, everybody that has always been a member of the channel with the icon. I humbly appreciate that. All right, now let's get to it. Here's SD Bullion. I put a link in the chat room so you can get the Monster Box sweepstakes. But here's the kicker. Cryptocurrency is rising. Gold and silver actually took a nice little rise, but is it really doing anything? Is it really? I mean, seriously, it's 1996 right now. All right. In the last year, it has been at 2000 last year. In May of this year, $2,000. It was up around 2040, 2050, 2060, then dropped back recently, the beginning of October, under 1,800. So this range is like 1,800 to a little over 2,000. We're back up to 1996. All right. So I don't have it on the screen. I'm just giving you the chart that you guys can't see, but it doesn't matter. I'll just tell you this one as well. The silver peaked earlier, also in April and June. It was at $25, $26. Well, once again, it went back down also in August, also around the beginning of October, like it was clockwork, to $21. So here we are at $23. Now, the reason why I want to talk about cryptocurrency and gold and silver, platinum, palladium, is because people do the same thing with all of these. They do the same thing, which is very interesting. Gold and silver, you can trade with other people that love gold and silver, but that doesn't make the price increase. The only way price can increase, like I was saying at the beginning, is there has to be somebody saying, I want to buy it. You have to have a lot of buyers, right? So inflation is one thing, but having demand is a whole nother ballgame. And since we can control demand, why? Because there's only so many coins, bars, and gold and silver around that's going to be available for sale. So you may not ever have organic demand because there's only so many. So for instance, a dealer gets, I don't know, two, let's call it 500 silver rounds, right? Silver eagles, gold eagles. It doesn't really matter. He's sold out in a day, let's say, or 2 days. He has no more to sell. So the question is, was he incrementally increasing the price? Like if we were talking about silver, did he sell it 1 through 10 or 15 at 21 and then added his premium? Instead of the premium being $1, he changed it to $3 or $2 because he has started to have demand? Well, see, that means you as a buyer bought it for more than the actual silver or gold price to begin with. Once he runs out of that, and let's say like a house, a person, the gold and silver is $21 an ounce. Then the in-person, the last person that bought the last few pieces, he paid $25 per ounce. They're gone. Even if somebody wanted to buy them, nobody can buy them. But now the question is, what's the actual value? There's nothing to sell. Nobody can buy. So that means the price is what? 25, 24, 21, 22, 20. There's no demand. Demand is stopped. We don't have anything available for sale. Okay, think about this. Cryptocurrency follows along the same lines. The only way cryptocurrency can go up in value is people have to say, I think it's worth that. So when Snoop Dogg went to the NFTs and said, hey, who wants to join my neighborhood? And people bought houses right next to him for like $2 million. Now, guess what? Them houses ain't worth $2 million in the metaverse, because once they bought them, now what? See, there's no demand because you can't sell another one. So now what's the value a year or two later? The value is going to be whatever somebody's going to pay you, but nobody's going to pay $2 million. Why? Because it makes 0 sense. You're not getting any return on your money. It's in a black hole. Just like gold, silver, it's a black hole. Sure, it's a hedge against inflation down the line. It's always going to be worth more money. But if I keep buying, I was going to bring in some bars today. I forgot to do that. I was going to show you. If you bought bars, $135 for every 10 ounces is what it was 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years ago. 10. For every 10 you bought, you could have ordered from AppMax or SD Bullion, include free shipping, whatever. It came to the house at $13.50. All right. 4 years ago. Inflation, 10% here, 15% there, 10%, 8% over the last 4 or 5 years. So it makes sense. It should be around $20 to $22, right? Somewhere in there as a price. But the question I have to ask you is, since I bought those at $13.50, if I turn around and go down and buy another 10 ounces for $23, that means my dollar cost average is now higher than $13.50. And now that money that I have, the higher value, let's just say it went up to 15. I don't know what the number really would be, but an example. Let's say it's now my dollar cost average is 15. Whoop-de-doo. Why? Because I'm not getting any return. All these 4 years, it's in a black hole. So that is the question. How does it really go up? And if it does go up, are you going to sell? That's the $1 million question. So you have a double-edged ceiling and don't realize it. But everybody says, well, I'm going to protect myself. And I don't know what you're protecting yourself from, because if nobody can buy them from the get-go, if the dollar goes down or your currency goes down and nobody can buy it, and then your government does what Venezuela has done, say, okay, your gold and silver is no good to us here. Be a patriot. Give it to us. And then the next country over says, be a patriot. We're going to charge you. Oh, yeah, we see it's $22. We see that. That's the price of an ounce of silver. But because we know you can't sell it in your country, we're only going to pay you 16, 17, as Colombia did. So that's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. It's supply and demand. This isn't some fantasy. Now, I just want to get that out the way. But with all that said, you should have a little bit of gold and silver in your pocket, because that is a somewhat of a currency. In fact, that is what the U.S. currency was supposed to be. But Nonetheless, I digress. It wasn't supposed to be paper, but nonetheless, you still should have at least a 5%, 10% of your portfolio. Should be that. All right. It's not liquid like stocks. You can sell out. You can always sell. I can sell, like, is it 8 p.m. yet? I can sell already. Like tonight, I can sell. In the morning at 4 a.m., I can sell. All right. And then it'll be in your bank account the next day or same day. Whereas gold and silver, you can't just sell like that. Crypto, you can sell relatively easily as well because there's exchanges. So once again, just be careful with crypto because nobody still knows what crypto is, what the real value of it is. So when you see it rising like this, you need to know why it's rising. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my talk for the beginning of the night, because now what's going down? Stock dividends, where you can get your duffel bag of cash, ladies and gentlemen. You got to have that, right? So let's first go to, before I get into that, I keep going ahead of myself slightly. I want to go to CNBC because UAW reached tentative deal to end labor strikes. Ford UAW, of course they did. It was just going to go nowhere because, again, you have a limited amount of ways you can deal as a worker with with your employer. You have no leverage in reality. They can always hire anybody else off the street and pay them. You already have decent wages, so they can always find somebody to pay $5 to $10 less. If somebody's making $35 an hour, they can find somebody for $25 an hour to replace you. So you have limited leverage ability. All right. It's a different story if everybody's making $15 or $20 an hour. Then the company's going to be in the same position. It's going to be like, well, nobody wants to work for that. So we either deal with these guys' demands or not. But when you're making $35, $45 per hour, there's plenty of people that will work for $25 or $30 an hour and take your place. So that's why you have limited, even though you have 20,000 or 15,000 people, you're still limited. But I'm glad that's getting out. I'm glad that's getting handled, quite frankly, because I am pro unions, because that's better than right to work. All right. So right to work is a misnomer. All that means is you have the right to work. Your employer has the right to tell you when you walk in the door, you're not working here today. And they don't have to adhere to any type of rules or regulations because you're not in a union. So keep that in mind when some people are telling you vote against the union. It's a double-edged sword. All right, let's go. Let me see here. I was going to go up here to crypto real quick. Look at this. 34,000. It was up to 35, but nonetheless, 948 plus today. Another $1,000 increase. People are buying. Ethereum, $15. People are buying. XRP, who had a problem with the SEC, not doing anything. Why? What's it used for? Litecoin, Bitcoin, all having increases. As you guys know, the recommendations that you should do is make sure you study whatever you put your money into. And there's no longer anybody doing any Wild West stuff, which has helped Bitcoin and Ethereum. Most people over the last couple of years have realized the NFTs, all these DAOs and all this stuff, these 2%, 1% a day and crypto, all this stuff was just crash and burned. So now all the money that would have traditionally went into some of these other platforms, people are putting into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and some other of the top 10 majors. So therefore, there's a demand. So people have a price increase going on. So that is all I'm recommending. As you guys know, we don't talk about any crypto projects anymore because they all pretty much crashed and burned. We're waiting on our last two, and we'll see what ends up happening. Hopefully one of them works out, and then we would be nice and happy for passive income. But again, this is what we're talking about. Bitcoin, 34,748.22 as of right now. Ethereum, 1,794.4 with the plus 16.25. That is pretty good. So again, these are the only ones recommended, Bitcoin, Ethereum at this point and for the future. Messing around with the others is just seemingly bad news. Now, one other thing, a lot of people want to go safe. They say, hey, I get dividend. I have a 10-year bond. And some people are happy with 5%. Ladies and gentlemen, you do realize inflation is past 5%, right? You do understand the cost of living, the cost of goods and services rise more than 5%, regardless of what the government tells you. You live the life. You don't live the life of making $200, $300, $500, $1 million, $2 million, $10 million annually, like everybody that's telling you inflation is only 5% or 3%, 4%. Don't listen to them. All right. It's double digits, no matter how you slice it across the board. We can't take out energy. We can't take out food. We can't take out insurance premiums. We can't take all this stuff out. We can't take out cable. We can't take out anything. You're going to have an increase in price. That's just the way it goes. These guys out here telling you, oh, it only went up 5% year over year or 6% year over year. You know good and well, you live in the real world. You go to simple grocery stores and know good and well things didn't just go up 6 or 7 or 8 or 10%. You're looking at stuff that went up almost double. So don't believe none of that hype. That's not how it works. Now, we're sitting here on the 10-year yield at 4.9. It's around 5%. This is nice for banks. All right. This is nice for companies that make millions of dollars. Because let's face facts, if you make $1 million or had $1 million sitting here and somebody says, well, do you want 10%, which is $100,000 a year, but would you take $50,000 a year? Most people would say, yeah, I'll take $50,000 a year for a safe investment if I have to put in $1 million and I don't have to do anything. Nothing. Every year you're going to get $50,000. Okay, well, $4,000 per year. So some people that would be nice. $4,000 per month. Some people will say, I'll take that. And I don't have to sweat. And then the person that has $2 million sitting there says $8,000 per month. But again, those people have made a plan. What's their plan? You tell me. They start businesses, they buy businesses, they buy into the dividend stocks that we're about to get into here shortly. Can you believe 10%, 12%, 15%, 20%, 25%, 30% stock dividend returns? And even higher than that, if you start messing around with yieldmaxetfs.com, we've talked about this now. I can't ignore it. You want to ignore it? You want to keep working hard? That's your business. But you're going to only be on the planet for so long. And because things change down the road, just because you're successful right now, or just because you were successful 5 years ago, or just because you're successful for the last 5 years doesn't mean it's going to continue. What it means is you need to buy assets that's going to pay you instead of frivolously giving things away. Or what I mean by giving away is by spending it on things that have no real value. So yes, I mean, we can buy all the clothes and the toys and the cars and the chains and the watches and the shoes and the dresses and whatever. But ultimately, once you take them off the shelf, you're not getting anything in return. You can do all this stuff. But bottom line to the story is you have to spend money to make money. But what it means is put your money into some vehicle that gives you a return. Because if you do that step 1, step 2, step 3, you just keep doing it. Even if it's $25, even if it's $50, it doesn't matter. You just need to start doing it often as you can. You want Robinhood and Webull links so you can get your brokerage account and get free shares of stock? I didn't put it down below in the description box. I'll put it in the chat room. Here, let me go find some Webull. So if you haven't downloaded Webull app yet, free shares of stock. Put in 1 cent or $10 or $1. You're going to get like 10 or 15 shares of stock from Webull. All right. Now, when you get into Webull, then just say, okay, let me put in $50 every week or every 2 weeks, once a month, and buy some of these dividend stocks. And then put your account on reinvest dividends And that way it keeps, as it buys, or as you receive dividends, it buys a piece of the share of stock. So then you keep growing the number of stock over the course of time. And as long as they're giving out dividends, you get dividends. In some cases, some stocks are every month. If it gets big enough, like our man, Brian P., who said he bought 2,000 shares of YieldMax ETFs. Now, what you may not understand is 2,000 shares is a lot of money. Most of the shares are $10. So we're talking like 20 grand. But here's the kicker. What if, and this is what he's earning, just to give you an example. What if you are getting like $7,000 per year? You heard me. 30% is 6,000. 35% is 7,000. He has that. So $600 per month is what he's getting from the ETF. So what's he doing? Is he reinvesting it so that turns it into even more money? Or is he collecting the $600 and paying out some tax on it? A lot of people wouldn't mind having $600 or $500 per month coming in and still know they have $20,000 sitting somewhere. A lot of people wouldn't mind that, right? So he's making plans a different way. Some other people are saying, you know what? No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. I'm going to put down some money on a pre-construction project where I have to pay 0 interest over the next year or two while they build the project, and put down 10% or 20%, and then make monthly payments for the next 2 years or 3. And then at the end of that time, I'm going to owe 40 or 50% of the value. And then you can go to your bank or you can pay cash. So you have options, and the price of that property has went up. So you have options on this, ladies and gentlemen. So that's some other, because I'm going to go off the top of my head that a lot of people know the Vanguard group. You know, Vanguard, if you start talking about Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, all the big companies, you know, Vanguard is usually one of the top shareholders in those companies. Samsung, Apple, all these guys. BlackRock is number 2 or number 1. These are the top 2, BlackRock and Vanguard. So when you think that the money you're putting into the Vanguard high yield dividend yield ETF, when you see high dividend yield, you're thinking like me. Are you thinking 2%? Are you thinking 3%? Are you thinking 12 or 15%? Because I'm thinking double digits. I'm thinking high dividend yield means beating inflation. What are you thinking? Are you thinking? But here's the thing. The reason why I pulled this up is because I just had to show this right here. Uh-oh. I had to show this right here. Somebody wants to do Airbnb for February. The yield for this, get this, 3.34%, and they pay $3.35 per share in the past year. The dividend is paid every 3 months. 3.34% is what they're calling high yield dividends. See, ladies and gentlemen, and what's even worse is that you gave them your money, right? Your 401k probably gives to this potentially. You could be given to this. And then they turn around and they invest it somewhere and they give you 3%, 3.4. They give you $3.35. Now, do you understand what if they're earning 10%? That little 7% or 8.1% difference is significant when you're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. We're talking about like $80 million, $50 million difference by using your money and then giving you a dividend yield out of their exchange. This is why the big boys make so much money. And then they take a fee 0.05% or 0.75%. It doesn't matter. They still get a fee on that assets under management for this fund. I don't know what the value of the fund is. I'm just giving you an idea and letting you know 3.35% is unacceptable. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Because right now, I can go with the Fed Bank, right? We can go with the Fed Bank. You guys know what I'm going to talk about here. You guys have heard this before. In fact, make sure you have your pen, pad, and paper ready. And by the way, once again, SSN Lifestyle, SSN Nation members coming to the November 6th to the 8th. I forgot to put that link in. Down below, you can still register for $199 per person at midnight tonight, which is the 25th. It was going to be the 24th. It's the 25th. The price goes up to $249 per person. I also need your dry fit polo shirt size. All right. So I need that. You need to send me an email in case you are coming. I need you to sign up and I need you to get there so we have a head count on that. Here's JEPI, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put a link in the chat room as well. So you can go over, you can use your PayPal, you can even do Zelle if you want to, but to avoid any fees at all. But hold on a second. Let me get this. Yeah, here we go. Here's the link. If you want to join us November 6th through the 8th, there's plenty of room. You can come on down. All right. Come on down. There it is. That's how you go register right now. All right. Now, whoever registered, once again, make sure you send me your polo shirt size dry fit. All right. It's 75, 80 to 85 degrees over there right now. Perfect weather in the DR. Now, here is JEPI. And I also put in the chat room the link so you can go sign up and register. JEPI, $5.23 per share, and they're around $52.30 today is their stock price. So 9.99% is roughly, call it 10%, is what you receive on JEPI, which is a Morgan account. Just letting you know, JP Morgan. All right. Now, some people would say, okay, Eric, I hear you. I understand. There's another JEPQ, which is by JP Morgan, which gives about another 1%. And why? Because they are at $5.57 per share, and their stock price is also around $52. But they get almost a 12% return. So JEPQ, and they give dividends every month. So it's around 40 some cents per month. But nonetheless, per share, you can all figure it out. So how's that for just starters? We're up to around 11.8, 12%. So is that exciting enough for you? Some people would say, Eric, it's a little exciting. It beats 3.34%. It beats the bond price of 5% for 10 years, which is ridiculous. But how about something a little more tastier? How about something that will motivate you a little better? Our favorite PSEC, which has dropped down to $5.61 from a high of $8. Look at this. This is nothing but a straight drop, right, over the last year. But a straight drop means if they're going to continue to pay out the same dividends amounts, guess what happens? 12.83%. We're loving this, ladies and gentlemen, because if these guys are going to be able to sustain and withstand, oh, I forgot about Maine, withstand the interest rates being this high for this long, and when they reduce the interest rates, this is a go sign for not only the stock, but just think the stock rising means your yields are going to be lower, but you're not going to care about stocks rising after you've put in a nice little bag over the last 6, 7, 8 months, and you're getting 10%, 12%, 15%, 18% return on your money. Don't worry. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting there. Don't worry. We're going to keep rising up a little bit. Notice we went from 10 to 11.8 to 12.3. Don't worry. We're going to continue to rise. That's what we do here. Make sure you have this on your pen, pad, writing it down. You can do your own due diligence. Go talk to your CPA. You go talk to your accountant. Let them know what you're thinking about. Let him do the research. You see this 7.25%. This is NLY, Annaly Capital Management. NLY, ladies and gentlemen, everybody on podcast, and as in Nancy, L as in Larry, Y. All right, there you go. Do you see this? 17.25%. You guys see this, right? Okay, we have some more people in the house. Let's give them some greetings. Here we are. Brian P. is here, just the man that I was speaking about a little while ago. Very proud of him, handling business in the dividend world. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream, where we tell you where to go, we show you where to go, and you don't have to sign up for any book club, stock club. You just know you're here. We're giving you the information. You can go talk to your financial advisors. Go talk to your financial team, because Brian P. is here, and he says, hello, Eric. I hope all is well. Yes, all is doing well with me. Hello, SSN family. I got the notification and the trailer. Thank you so much. That's 2 people that has mentioned this. So I appreciate that, Brian P., along with that icon next to your name. And everybody, please smash the like button. If you can't get in the chat room tonight, it's because on Wednesday nights, only members of the channel can be in the chat room. Those with the icon. Can't blame them. All right. They can also join me on the screen if they ever want to talk about anything, because they get the link under the community tab to come into the live stream. For each live stream, it's all separate. So the live stream link from on Monday does not work on Wednesday. The live stream link for today does not work on Friday. All right, just letting you know. Vanessa Gates in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. And she has the icon next to her name as well. And she's known in these parts as the Seamless Genius. That's right, Seamless Genius. Hey, boss and SSN fam, happy Wednesday. Hello to you. Happy Wednesday to you. Very happy to see you here once again. I greatly appreciate it. And here's the link that you see in the chat room. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you're coming to Punta, Cana, Dominican Republic, November 6th through the 8th, I suggest you sign up now. The price at $199 per person expires later tonight, $249 after midnight. Gotta go. And also, if you sign up, you got to send your shirt size, your dry fit polo shirt size. That's what's happening there with that. What's good, sis, from Professor Auntie Val. And of course, the love is shown in the house. And here it is. Auntie Val, hey there, sis. Of course, beachfront jive, love. Exactly right. That's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I could join the SSN Family DR so we can turn it up. Yep, it's all about the money. Oh, it's big time. It's big time. Oh, I gotta tell you. Look, come on. First of all, let's get the lay of the land. This isn't just real estate. This is business. You can go over there. Imagine you have a blank slate. You have a lot of jungle, and you have the world's best builders, best hotels. I mean, I don't even know who the best hotels, but I'll just start giving some names. The Westin, the Marriotts, the Hiltons, the Hyatts. They're all saying we want many hotels and residences. Now, hotel and residences, 4 seasons, hotel and residences. You would have to understand what I'm saying is these people don't play around. When they make these hotels and residences, they make 5-star hotels. Then they turn around and sell their residences for they try for millions of dollars. Some of their top end residents, they'll start at $400,000. But by the time you want to get that nice little bigger unit, it's $1 million, $800,000 pre-construction. After they're finished, I'm sorry, they're going to be at $2 million, 2.5 on the beach generally. Nobu, Robert De Niro Group, they're even building a hotel with residences. You're seriously going to sit here and get left behind? All over the Dominican Republic, not just in Punta Cana. They're over in La Romana. They're over in Pedernales. They're over in Samana, Las Terrenas. They're over in Sosua, Puerto Plata. It's no joke. Buy eBay. Come on. You're getting left behind, ladies and gentlemen. But here's the point. Wouldn't it be nice if you talk to the inspectors that's going to be checking out these projects, the appraiser, find out what they determine, how they determine their appraisals. Then you have an idea what you should have in your place. You should talk to the furniture guys to see if you have to spend 25, 30 grand for a furniture package. Well, you will if you're going to want to be in the rental pool. Generally, some places you can still be in the rental pool and without having to buy the furniture package. So you should have this in understanding before you invest, or at least before your unit is complete, to know if you should be in the furniture package or buy the furniture package or not, or go your own way and make your place awesome. So shouldn't you also go find out where these projects potentially are going to be? Get the lay of the land, find out what the distances are from downtown to Macau, downtown to Larimar Cruise on Land, downtown to Vista Cana, downtown to Cana Rock, downtown to Cap Cana. Shouldn't you know the distances? Shouldn't you know what's in between? Because, you know, I'm going to be looking for that spot where I can put storage. I'm looking for that spot. Somebody's saying, hey, this land's for sale for 15 grand, 10K. Bingo, that's an acre. I'll take it. That's what I'm scouring about. I have ulterior motives, not only the real estate side, the business side. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be there with realtors. You're going to be there talking with the builder that says, oh, you know what? I can build something for you for $110 per square foot. $120 per square foot. You can buy land for $100 per square foot. I know a place. I mean, this is what you can find out when you're there. We're going around. Project tours. Grand opening, Primaveral 4, Clubhouse and Beach Club this weekend, November 4th and 5th. Now, if you arrive before November 6th, well, you can come see me. We can have some drink because I'm going to be there. Because I'm going to the open house November 4th. All right? So we're there. We're going to be at Primaveral 4 hanging out. We're going to be whatever they're doing there, we'll be there. All right? So who's ever in town, let me know. People that's coming or people that's not even coming for the November 6th through the 8th, because this isn't part of November 6th through the 8th. Even people like our man Radel Cabezas, who's there. Ariam Kaye, who's there. Film videos might even be there from Sacktown. So once again, you guys there, be at the 4th, probably sometime around noon, 1 o'clock, be rolling through, hanging out over there at Primaveral 4, getting the lay of the land, because I want to see where Primaveral 3, Primaveral Luxury is going to be. I want to see where they're putting that commercial center and compare it to where it is off of the highway. I want to get all the lay of the land because this particular area potentially could boom as well. So keep that in mind. All right, let's go. Keep it. We're going to keep going. That was just my intro on the reasons why you need to come over November 6th through the 8th, and I put a link in. So Professor Auntie Val says, me too. Hey, maybe next year, you guys, we'll have another one about, what is this, November? So probably a little after prime time. So probably in April or May next year. That'd be a good time because we should see some building from most of these places like Macau Hills and Cruise on Land, Larimar. We should start seeing some signs of life. Atlantida would almost be built. So that'll be very interesting. The top 5 places. Vista Cana is going to be even built even more. Sabana some of the units there will be done. They might even have horses there. It's going to be off the charts in about another 8-9 months. So we're going to have to go visit. And so we'll start that one so you guys can get that one. And I'll make that a little bit earlier. We will get there, Auntie Val. Exactly. You can get there anytime. Anytime. It's always about time. And I know, boss, I want to do some retail biz there. That will be a cash cow. Exactly, Vanessa Kamengay. And here's the point. Here's the thing. Central Park condos and Vista Cana Beach, Vista Cana, they had business centers. Originally at Vista Cana Business Center, you could buy your own office, your own retail space, and all that was $10,000. And it was at Central Park. You know how much the office spaces are costing now? They're over 100,000, 120, 140,000. Incredible. Even in El Cordecito and Los Corrales, they wanted like $140,000 for something previously they were giving away for 10,000, 15,000. And we're talking about 20 by 20 office space. And then somebody said, damn, I could be making a lot of money here, because they realized, how much am I going to charge for rent? $500 a month. Well, that would indicate that you're $60,000 per year. Clearly the place is worth more than 10 grand, 15 grand, right? So they started realizing, wait a minute, why are we charging 10, 15, 20 grand for these spaces when that's how much we could charge, and we're going to get 6,000 per year. So clearly they should be worth 60,000 and up. So there you go. All of a sudden people started realizing what they had. That's what happens. So again, that's how we do it. Victor Marrero is in the house. He is on vacation. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream with the icon next to his name. Very happy to see you checking in. Hello all, with this tagline. Doing this from the club at Hard Rock Punta Cana. This place rocks. They're building the Moon Palace Resort next to Hard Rock. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we told you about this. Now we have something else to talk about. First of all, the history. What people may or may not know, but I know a lot of you here know, because I've told you this before, the Hard Rock used to be Moon Palace. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Hard Rock, what you see now with all the pools that Hard Rock has, those were put in 15, 20 years ago. 6, 7, 8 pools with the lazy river, not the water park, because the water park wasn't part of it. But the lazy river and all the pools and the snack bars and all the meeting places and all that. Not the big ass casino either, because it wasn't that big, and the nice big nightclub, that wasn't there. But the point is, that's what they did like over 20 years ago. I can only imagine what Moon Palace is going to do in 2023 build. And they got leeway to build like, I don't even know, 15, 16 stories high, which everybody was against, because every building is like 4 or 5 stories high, because the previous administration gave approval and they actually, I guess, won. But Moon Palace is going to rock. Is right. He's right. It is going to rock. It's right next door, but I don't know if they're going to share amenities or anything. But nonetheless, they're building the Moon Palace Resort next to the Hard Rock. Now, Victor Marrero, since you're here, you're going to have to tell us, what's the club? Doing this from the club at Hard Rock Punta Cana. Let me know what the club is. Are you saying you're inside? Well, wait, where are you staying at? Are you staying at Hard Rock? Is that what you mean? Well, if he's staying at Hard Rock, then he's inside he can be in his room. He could be at the business center. He could be anywhere inside there. He could be in the casino for all I know. I mean, he could be anywhere. He could actually be in that lounge right by the limo for all I know, chilling out and being on here. But this is cool. Very cool. This place rocks. I know it rocks, man. It's one of the best places in my opinion. Yes, we will see, sis. Hey, Victor. Hope you send us some pics. Enjoy, brother. Exactly. Exactly. Let me see. Somebody sent me something, so I better go check this out. Make sure, because sometimes he will send me pics just in case. Let me go check. No pics. All right. Not yet. So how long are you going to be there, Victor Marrero? Just a week? Let us know. I got so much on my plate, but April or May, I will make arrangements, fam. Exactly. Hey, it's going to be look, it's going to be 2024. Remember, everybody had their buildings and purchases in 2020, 2021, 2022, and even now, 2023. Things are going to be halfway to 2025, and some people are going to have their units finished next year. Mr. and Mrs. Cool, I believe their wave is going to be finished next summer. All right, so that's pretty cool. Panorama Gardens, Panorama Park. If you guys missed the video from Film Videos that showed Panorama Garden and Panorama Park, they will not be done. I'm going by their Panorama Lake project. They haven't completed their units yet. They're going to take, if they're just now, that means they're not going to deliver until 2025. All right. So you guys heard it here first. And if Larimar and Cruise on Land keep effing around, they're not going to deliver until 2026. So all I'm saying is everybody better worry about Atlantida's delivering next summer, their first phase. So by 2025, they're going to have more than just their first phase there. They're going to have like a second phase. River Island's going to be in there too. That's going to start creating havoc for people. And the first phase of Vista Cana is going to almost be complete as well. Their second man-made beach is going to be started. It's going to start causing havoc for everybody that doesn't have these amenities, except for everybody that lives in El Cordacito, Los Corrales. You have built-in clientele, but you're not going to be able to rent for $250 a night. Let's get real. All right. Not generally, not if you have a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom. So just letting you guys know, I got so much on my plate. Don't we all? All right. Let's get back into it. Shall we, ladies and gentlemen? After we gave that little promo, we ended up with NLY. That's the stock symbol, NLY. We're at 17.25%. Did I give you guys enough leeway thus far where you were like, okay, Eric, get on with it? We want to hear some more. All right. Well, here goes another one. You want 20%? Let's go to 20%. Something you've heard me say before. AGNC for everybody on podcast. A as in Apple, G as in George, N as in Nancy, C as in Charles. You see it. $6.98 a share price. It's been dropping. Because of the drop, the yield went up 20.63%. Is this incredible? AGNC billionaire says at this rate, he will be forced to live like a millionaire. Yeah, okay. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. He's referring to, though, the inflationary rates continue. Yes, he is correct. But it's all going to slow down when we turn this around from a stall to a full-on blow-up because the Federal Reserve, again, I'm sticking with the December interest rate decline. That's what I'm sticking with. All right? That's what I'm sticking with, regardless of them getting to their target of 2%. It's not going to happen. But okay, do you like the 20.63, ladies and gentlemen? Okay. You like that, you say. Okay, we're going to go a little higher. This is still stock dividends that you can go buy right now. Webull, get your free shares of stock. I put the link in the chat room earlier, so scroll up. It's not in the description box. You want some Icon Enterprises? I is in India, E is in Eric, P is in Paul, IEP is their stock symbol. How about 23%? And that's even with their stock dividend decrease. They decreased their dividend because their stock was shorted and it dropped. So even with that decrease, it's 23%. Can you imagine if they didn't decrease their dividend? This would be like freaking 35% or something crazy. 23.05% for the Icon Group, who does, look, the thing that gets me is he's across the board: energy, automotive, food packaging, metals, real estate, home fashion. That's across the board, and they're giving out this type of dividends. I love it. 23.05. And some of you are starting to get like, wait a minute, Eric, you're at 23. We got more? Oh, we have more. There's one that I haven't mentioned in a while, so you're going to have to do your due diligence on this one because it's two harbors. That's right. Do your due diligence on all of these because, again, what's their dividend these days? Let's go look it up. 45 cents per share, and Two's annual dividend yield is 19.5%. That's 20% as well when you round up. So 45 cents is about $5 annually if it's 45 cents per. But hold on a second. Let me go do something. Let's go see where's my calculator at. It can't be 0.45 divided by 9.86. Okay, yeah, that's not right. So it's got to be 45 cents per month is what it is. All right, so do your due diligence on the two. Now, the dividend return, I'm not seeing it right away, but it said 19.5, but you'll have to do your own due diligence. Now, let's keep going. You guys know what's next. Once we start getting over 20, you're limited with something that's been around for a while. And we know what's next. ORC, ladies and gentlemen. Orchard Island Capital, the long-running tenant of this SSN Nation. 23.53, ladies and gentlemen. I keep saying it. Remember the difference. 6 months ago, the yield was around 18, 17. The stock price was higher. You should have been buying then, or at least having reinvestment of your dividends. So you would have been buying then. The price now is coming down. Your dividends is now reinvesting on a lower price point, and you have an opportunity to buy more shares at a lower price. It's a win-win. Stock price average decreasing, dividend yield increasing. We like that scenario. Double check. Make sure they are not planning on cutting their dividends because the stock price will drop like a rock. All right, 23.53. And did you see the $6.12 share price? I know it's crazy, right? But here, check this out because this will be the last one I'm going to talk about. Then you have to go to yieldmaxetfs.com and just go look at your own things. But TSLY is over there. NDVY is over there. APLY is over there. KLIP is over there. OARK is over there. How about 30% and up returns? Oh, yes. But first, we'll end this. Look at ARR. Speaking of 30%. Again, you need to double check and make sure they're not thinking about reducing their dividend. But 33.76, because look at the price drop. And even earlier today, it even dropped to 14. So if somebody would have bought earlier at 14, this dividend yield would be like probably 35 because it closed at 14.22. So no, we'd be at 34% probably for sure. And then again, after hours, dropped again. So there must be some sort of news that's coming out. It's a REIT. Again, it's a REIT, and these REITs are getting hit with these higher interest rates. But again, if they can hold on another 2-3 months and they start reducing the interest rates, then and they held on right now, just imagine that you were able to buy potentially at $14 a share and you're getting a 30% return. And what's going to end up happening is the stock price might increase. The dividend yield is going to go down, but are you going to care that the dividend yield goes down? Because you're going to sit there and go, well, wait a minute, I bought it $15.22 or $14.22. I didn't have to buy it $16. So everything I put in at $14.22 is earning 30% plus. And it's reinvesting at 30% plus. I don't know if I really want to buy when it's $16 a share and the dividend yield drops to 20%. I want my money to earn 30%. So why am I going to buy in at a higher price when my yield is lower? I'm going to try to find something else. But if I can't find anything else that's in the 20s, then clearly I would buy at the $15 price, right? So let's get real. It's all strategic, ladies and gentlemen. But this is the things that are right before you right now. Nobody's stopping you. ARR. Unbelievable. And then I'm just going to go over to YieldMax ETFs just because everybody knows about this now. Every time you're on live streams, this is what we talk about. Now, for everybody that wants to get in on their bettering their credit, we'll talk about that tomorrow. I'm trying to drop that tomorrow. 30 go. Look at this. NVDY, 37.83% distribution rate. Go check your information. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. They show you what to go into it in a second, but I'm just going to let that scroll. I'm going to let that marinate there so everybody can see it for themselves. All right? See it for yourself. See it for yourself. See it for yourself. Look at this. I don't know what that is. CONY. That's crazy. It's probably have to do with it's crypto or something. But look at this. Anybody will take any of these returns. People will take any of these. 15% they'll take it. 16% they'll take it. No, look, nobody's going to balk at any of this. Nobody. Oh my, that's oil. Nice. I didn't even realize they had that. There's JP Morgan getting better than JP Morgan. And then, of course, I don't know why they haven't shown this, but I'm going to go when they bring this up. We're going to go with TSLY when it comes up. SQY, very interesting. When they go to TSLY, that's going to, I won't even go with that because this is absolutely ridiculous what they're talking about. When you see this next one, this is absolutely ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And OARK is now higher than 30%, apparently, I guess. Yep, 31%. So I'm just going to go here. I'm going to click on it. Yield Max ETFs.com. All right. So I guess they must have been watching the show on Monday when they only had like June through October listed. And I was like, what's going on? They normally list from January for the whole year. You can see right here, 74 cents January distribution, $1.09 February, 76 cents March, 51 cents April, 36 cents May, 50 cents June, 55 cents July, 68 cents August, 36 cents September, October, 33 cents. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's OARK. And I haven't done the numbers on this, but this is 250, 325, 360, 410, 465. I'm rounding. 535 and another 70. So this is roughly $4.10 of dividends per share. Does anybody know how much the share price is for OARK? I don't. Is it $12.64? I don't know. But it must be, yes, $12.66 was the closing price. So if that's the case, it's around 30%. $4.60 divided by $12 is simply, that's easily 30%, right? It's over 30%. So this is awesome. If they continue to give this type of return, let's just say this whole year, let's just say they stopped right now. Let's say they stop right now and there's no returns for the rest of the year, nothing in November, nothing in December. Wouldn't you still live with the $4.60 of dividends that they've given already per share? Shares that you bought for $12. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, $13.50, you would not care. You'd be like happy. But the fact that you could potentially get another 50 to 75% to make it almost $5 on a $13 or $14 or $12.66 share price, this is incredible. Just saying. All right. Now, that you wanted to talk cryptocurrency, you joined us, we talked. You want to talk about the gold and silver prices? We talked. Did you get your free giveaway entry into SD Bullion's giveaway? You got to supply your email address and your phone so they can text and email you promos. You know what that's about. All right. Did you go sign up? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's go. All right, here we go. We have more to this. And you know what? I'm going to do a little break. It's about that time. Make sure you smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you like what we're talking about, subscribe to the channel, do your own due diligence. I got so much on my plate till April. Okay. Make arrangements for next April or May. Will do, Vanessa. Plan to send Erica videos. Did the drone flying at Las Terranas on the north side on Sunday. Tomorrow we'll do the drone on Punta Cana Beach. That's sweet. Right on. Right on. Wait. Wait. Oh my God. Wait and George's Charles. He's like, wait and what? Wait. What do you mean wait? That's funny. Yep. Could be too late. Could be too late. Okay. Why is this not happening? There we go. Wait. And here we go with this. We have Victor. Tell us about your trip. Okay. All right. Let's see. Victor. Eric, Punta Cana has changed a lot in just 1 year. This place is built up. Michis will explode in a couple years. Yes. Thank you, Victor Morero, for that assessment. I agree with you 100. Even, we know what hotels are coming there. We know what they plan on doing out in Macau and at Michis. So we know it's going to be built up. And it's 2 years. He's exactly right. Look, he's already saying what's happened in 1 year. I can only imagine what's happened in 1 year. It's getting out of control. And this is why I keep giving you guys the sense of urgency. You can't keep sitting around thinking, oh, well, it'll all be there. Ladies and gentlemen, don't do that. You have an opportunity to put down 10%, $10,000, $5,000 and get yourself some real estate. 0% interest for 2 years or 3 years. Pay the monthly payments. In the next 1 to 3 years, the whole place is going to change. Imagine if you started a business or got an office space or something like that right now, and you grew with the amount of tourists coming in, and you grew with the amount of investors coming in, and the amount of workers that have to work in these places. Imagine all that. That's what's happening. It's a growth. You can't stop it. Victor, how's the galaxy looking? Okay, here we go. George, I'll send you pictures. They have the first floor built. They're using that floor for the stores. Stores. Okay, hold up, Victor Morero. Hold up now. Are you trying to say that the Galaxy has stores? I've never seen any model where they showed there was going to be stores down below the model. I saw a restaurant, fitness center, and lobby, but I didn't see stores. So let us know what you're referring to. Be specific, because that's major. They're using that floor for the stores. So, okay, I like it. So that's why they built up another level. I like it because that's what they needed. They definitely needed stores because what were people supposed to do while they stay on the golf course every time they want to go do something? I like it. Okay, I like it. They don't know which stores, but these can make lots of money sitting across the Hard Rock. Yes, they can, because when you're when you're staying at the Hard Rock, you don't really have to buy anything. But it beats saying, I want to go downtown when there's stores right across the way. That is true. And they are full during prime time. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August. So thousands of people will come across the way saying, let's go check out the store, because there are no stores other than the ones in the premise at Hard Rock, and they are overpriced. I'll just say it for everybody. They are overpriced. So that is great to hear, Victor Morero. Is that why they made the extra level? Remember, you were saying you got switched to a level higher. That's pretty cool. Hey, Eric, TSLY is $11.50 per share. Oh, my. Yeah, that's why there's a 58% return if you buy right now and they give out the same amount of dividends. How awesome is that? Thank you for letting us know, Brian P. Very, very nice to hear. And again, bargain prices. Everybody can afford this. You don't need, again, this is the No Guru Zone. You don't have to pay us to do this. You don't have to join any stock club or send anything in. You guys, you got that money. Go use it. All right, use it. Congrats, Victor. Can't wait to see the photos. Yeah, that explains everything. I'm very happy to see that Cana Rock decided to come up with something, because that was ludicrous, building all these condos on the golf course, and now people have to leave to go shopping, just leave to go get something to eat. That's crazy. Or put $30 consumption fee at the beach club and then pay for the overpriced drinks and food they have there. I mean, geez, I'm glad to see something, because that was much needed. Very, very happy to see that. Great for them. That changes things greatly. I like a lot, because as it stood, you had to leave just to go get something to eat. Crazy. Well, you could have went to the Hard Rock to the one place, but so what? You know, you're not going to want to eat at the same place. All right, congrats, Victor. Can't wait to see the photos. Here we go. I'm going to pick up some more shares tomorrow. Brian P. He's a fiend now. He's an addict. He's like, I can't believe this. The stock price just dropped, and I got to buy some more at the lower price, so my dividend yield keeps going up. I love it, man. I love it. That's the plan. Here we go. So we got some more info. Eric, that Moon Palace next to Hard Rock is ridiculous. Yeah, I know. It has about 24 more floors in glass, all the rooms facing the ocean. Absolutely sick looking. Hey, they had free reign after the lawsuits. I didn't realize it was 24 levels high. I thought it was 17. And they got approval from the previous administration, and everybody around there said, hell no, don't do it. Stop. Don't allow it. And they, of course, they're old school. They're part of that family. They let them do it. I'm saddened by this, because I could see it from the ridge at Larimar a month or two back, and I saw the building, and I asked Gwen, I said, Gwen, what's that building over there? I thought you couldn't build 4 or 5 levels high. Why is the building blocking the ocean view? He's like, oh, that's that Moon Palace. I'm like, oh, they let them build that? That's a shame, but it's still sick. Eric, that Moon Palace, okay, absolutely sick. Yeah, it is sick. I've seen it. You can go to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, and pull up Moon Palace. You can see part of they've already started building it. It's up. A lot of it's up. You can see the outline and everything. It is sick. I will give them credit. Yes, I brought more TSLY shares as well. I can't blame anybody. $11. Come on. Come on now. Like I said the other day, I was in on the party. I might have to get in on the party. What's the Moon Palace? Oh, my. Oh, my. We talked about Moon Palace. Hold on a second. You don't know what Moon Palace is? Woo. Here you go. I'll pull it up. Here it is. I mean, it's going to be, I'll just show you renderings, but they've actually built. But okay, I won't even get into this right now too much. But this is real estate investing. Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to bring this back up. Before I get into this, we're going to get into Moon Palace. But hold on. I was going to play a video, because I do have a video today. I think I do, which is Punta Larimar. And we'll be out at Larimar. Those that come November 6th through the 8th, we're going to be up there on the ridge, checking it out. But check this out. A little bit preview of the golf course. And in the background on the golf course, you will see townhomes. You'll also see a little lake as they scroll through. The renderings do look awesome. As they scroll through, here's a little hint on what's going to be happening. Check this. I think this is it. Check this out. How sweet is that? I have a little pressing issue. Apparently, I need a last minute Airbnb. So just a minute. Just a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to play a second video, but this has something to do with daytime, nighttime at Primaveral for the open house, November 4th and 5th, 9 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m. is the open house. I will be there November 4th at the open house in Punta Cana at Primaveral. All right. So I want you to check this out first, and then we'll come right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All righty. We're going to be there. Checking it out. That's going down. And also something new for everybody that wants to do the Cana lifestyle. Something Icon Bay Residences. If you did not see the short that was released around social media, our man, Mr. Estacio, is dealing with Icon Bay Residences and their 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom. And just so you know, they're starting at $233,000 for the 1-bedroom, but they are large. They're like 70 square meters for a 1-bedroom, like 800 square feet. So you know that's what you're getting. You're getting a lot of square footage for the price at, what is that, almost 2,000, 2,500 a square meter in Cana. Pre-construction is a bargain because if it's built, it's around 3,500 to 4,500 per square meter. So pre-construction prices in the 2000s is a bargain in Cana. It's not so much a bargain outside of Cana, but it's not that crazy. Because right now you have 800 square foot condos at Larimar that cost $167 for a 2-bedroom. So that's 2,000 per square meters. So see, it's not too far off price-wise per square meter. But a 1-bedroom and a 2-bedroom is two different things. One sleeps 4, one sleeps 6. So rental-wise, there's a different type of deal. But location matters. So think about that. And I'm going to show you Icon Bay. All right, this is Icon Bay. This is where the big units are. Check this out.
Icon Bay Residences is a project located in Cana, a place full of luxury and exclusivity. Its impeccable attractions make it the perfect project to live or invest, surrounded by beautiful beaches of the Caribbean Sea. Counts with 51 apartments, with 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. Among its amenities are a beautiful main lobby with reception, semi-Olympic pool, bar in the pool area, games area with billiard room and gym, rooftop with infinity pool and waterfall, with a spectacular ocean view. With sizes from 87 square meters, they are quite spacious with top-quality finishes. You can reserve yours with only $5,000. Prices start from $247,000. If you want to know more details, contact me by clicking on the post.
All right, our man, Mr. Estacio, who's going to be making a nice appearance sometime along November 6th, November 7th as well. He's going to be in the house. You'll meet him as well. A nice guy. Once again, he's been here on the live streams. So all the big boys going to be in the house. So once again, let me know what you guys think about all this. We're going to be out at Cruise on Land as well, which has their models up, studio. And from what I hear, they might even have a 2-bedroom model up. So you want to get out there. And by the way, everybody who signs up for November 6th to the 8th, I need your driver's license or passport number because they're putting you in the system. All right. We all have to be in the system. If we're going out there, they make an appointment. We just can't roll in there like a model. We have to go out there. They assign a person to us. So when we come out, it'll be scheduled. So just letting you know. Okay, let's go. Moon Palace we'll get into in a second. We will get into that in a second. This is real estate investing phase right now. Stock dividends, you guys, if you missed that, go check it out. If you see me looking down, there's a reason. I have to check on some availabilities for this weekend right now. We can be doing a last minute reservation. So I'm trying to see if we can get this hooked up or not. One way to get it hooked up, Victor is getting excited. That retail money with the right store, man. Oh, man, exactly. And speaking of that, Victor, are you going to find out if you can rent, how much the rent is going to be for those spaces yet? Because that would be very interesting to know. Like Vanessa Comegate says, hey, think about it. Think about it at George, the Moon Palace Resort being built next to Hard Rock, just the next entrance after the Hard Rock entrance. Oh, yeah, it's by the beach, too. It's no joke. It's no joke. Moon Palace, Cancun. Moon Palace, Puerto Vallarta. Moon Palace is no joke. Victor, is it close to Macau Villas? No. No, it's next to Hard Rock. So, no, it's not by Macau. Well, we're going to find out. Curtis Davis is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. And he's no stranger to financial news and its information because he's known as Mr. Financial in these parts. So he has the icon next to his name, which I love. I humbly appreciate that. And he says, good evening, family, because we know it's always about making more money. ABMM is his moniker as well. And the third moniker in these YouTube streets, he's known as Chili Davis, Chilly. Go over to Chili Davis's channel, show some love by subscribing. Click the all notification bell and then watch a few videos because he's dropping the information you need to make financial decisions. Put your money to work for you instead of the other way around. All right? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you want to do. Oh, my. Hold up, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on a second. We have something I need to do. So you know what that means? It's promo time. So we're going to do this. And let me see. I got to throw a video up here. I'm going to show you a beach club. Haven't played the Pearl Beach Club in a while. So let's do Pearl Beach Club. Where is it? Well, here we go. Pearl Beach Club, ladies and gentlemen.
There's no better time to buy than now, and no easier way to buy it than at the big public land auction coming to a city near you. You bid, you win, you're a landowner.
We were maybe $3,000 less than what we expected to pay, so we're very happy. Very happy.
Very. We got a great deal for 2.5 acres of land.
Hundreds of parcels must be sold, from city lots to 10, 20, even 100-acre parcels. Now you can get clear titled land at auction prices. Call to register now to reserve your seat. It's free, and you get the complete auction catalog. You don't need to be a real estate expert to bid.
This is my first time, and it was so easy.
I love to work with them, and this is the first time I'm being here, but I'm planning to come back more and more and buy more properties.
Check out the properties you like. Look at maps online and at the auction. Do your homework, then attend the auction and win.
Great property. It was 5 acres, and I'm planning to do a lot with it, but I want to buy more properties now. That's why I'm here.
Land auction buying power means no middleman, no real estate commissions, and it's an auction, so you set the price.
I walked in and it was super simple.
You can get property 20%, 30% below retail value if you actually went there.
Down payments as low as $100, and Land Auction has easy financing available right at the auction.
Land auction financing was no problem whatsoever, sailed right through the process.
I'm not going to recommend land auction to anybody because then I'm going to give all the good deals away.
Visit landauction.com to see our auction calendar. Get ready to reserve your seat and come to the public land auction right in your city. It's free. It's fun. It's like nothing else.
Landauction.com.
not Pearl, Moon Palace. Now, this is Punta Cana, ladies and gentlemen. This is pretty serious. It's real serious. Look at this. They're no joke. No joke. No joke. So let's see if they're actually going to show anything here. They're taking reservations already? Wow. Take a peek into paradise. You guys are going to find out. This is what they're going to do. It's going to be a 5-star resort. You guys missed my 5-part series. What are they going to have? They're going to have wellness, right? For starters, right? They're going to have the wellness features, the Zen. They're going to make it look upscale, nice, minimalistic. Colors are going to be, nice and serene. We know that. Furniture is going to be minimalistic, nice, upscale type furniture. We know that. They're going to have the pools. They're going to have the jacuzzis. They're going to have the restaurants. They're going to have the bars. They're going to have a retail shopping locations or way to shop. All kind of restaurants to eat at, right? We know this. We know what's going to happen. Now, look. We just gave you guys know, look at this. All right. You can't complain, can you? If these are the rooms, this is very nice setup. They have closing doors off of the bedroom, so it looks like the studio has a tub, and maybe it has jets, maybe it doesn't. Again, that is what it is. Let's go get a better, okay, that's the picture. It is professional photo. Our guest, professional photo sessions. Oh, how nice. This is the next thing that's happening all over in DR and a lot of islands. People are doing professional photo shoots on Airbnb experiences. Now it's translated into even 5-star hotel locations. This is crazy. All right, here's one of the Sun Deck spas, or Sun Deck grill and bar that you can eat at. Okay, nice. That's going to be there. Unlimited upscale dining. So does that mean it's all inclusive? Nice. All right, well, they're giving you a little flavor. Let's see. Oh, wave pools, flow riders. Okay, here we go. Start throwing these down. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of this going on. So when we're talking about Larimar and their beach club, they said they're going to have waves out there. They're going to have a 1.8 miles. I believe we're probably going to see something like this. These small little wave pools and flow riders and things along the way, along with the man-made beaches with the dirt and the sand and all that. I think we'll see that at a Cruise on Land. They have a full-blown water park with water slides. So again, I think all this is going to come to play, and I believe a bunch of other places. Now, this is a resort, though. Okay, first of all, this is a resort. I don't think Moon Palace is all inclusive. At least it could be, but I don't know. Look at this. Just nice and simple, right? Elegant, minimalistic, simple. Are you guys watching this? You don't have to do crazy. See, simple. The bedding area, they put this in. This right here you can buy. And then they put the wood on the out overlay. That's pretty cool. That gives it a frame. But notice the ceiling height is a little bit bigger. So that's nice. You walk down. Is that the hot tub? That looks familiar. Maybe like Hard Rock-ish, right? All right. I see you. I see you. Going back to their roots next door, the Grand Swim Up Suite. Oh, I didn't mention that. That's a swim up. Okay, we love it. These rooms are very nicely done, but I mean, they're not over the top. They're furnished just simple. How much are they got? Weddings in paradise. Now, Cruise on Land. A couple of locations for weddings are going to be built in. Larimar, clearly, you can do weddings on a cliff. Having the background, the ocean. I mean, come on, that speaks for itself. And you're going to have weddings on the golf course. People love that too. And, you know, you have all that option. Vista Cana has man-made beaches. They're going to have weddings there. All right, so that's clear. Atlantida, they have beach club and beach stuff too. Clearly, stuff's there. And at the beach itself. So all the venues, even including where they're on the ocean, so they have a better option to have the open air beach. But here we go, unlimited upscale dining. I don't know if they're going to say how many spots, but they keep mentioning. So that looks like more than just one or two. Best beaches ever. Another glorious sunset. Here goes Superior Family Unit. Wow. I want to know how much this is going to cost. See how simple this is? Counters cleared. Bedding looks nice. Nothing crazy. Table with 2 chairs. And it looks like another jacuzzi pool. Where, I mean, the shower's got to be somewhere, right? Okay, now they have another restaurant. This is Italian with white linen cloth. Okay. Somebody's going to have to tell me, maybe Victor Morrell knows. Here we go, water park. So they do have a water park. Water slides. Float along the lazy river. Yeah, I wonder where they got that from. Where they built the Hard Rock. I mean, yeah, this looks like a Hard Rock 2.0. It's what this looks like. Step down tub, just like at Hard Rock. The king size bed, TV, they swapped it a little differently, and a deck. Superior Junior Golf Suite. Oh, they have a golf course there. That's right. I forgot about that. Just like Hard Rock. It's almost like Hard Rock 2.0, except with, if there's 24 floors, that is a huge difference. Unlimited upscale. Again, this must be all inclusive. Unforgettable tours. Okay. Wired lounge. Looks like a game room. Sweet. Again, weddings in paradise, unlimited upscale. This is sweet. We're not going to keep going, but ocean view, grand presidential suites. I mean, this is getting outrageous. What a shock. Does this look familiar? Just like at Hard Rock. That's funny. Hard Rock 2.0 is next door. Some more. Geez, this is out of control. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go find out how much it costs to stay at Moon Palace. Prime time. We're going to put in my usual January 26th through February 2nd. We're going to put in not 2. We're going to put in 3. Let's see what happens. I don't even know if it's open, but we'll see. Water park. Cute. All right, I'm pretty sure somebody might have told me. Hopefully in the chat, if it's all inclusive. Okay. Let's see. Moon Palace being next to makes the entrance after the Hard Rock. Good evening, fam. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Correct. I saw something correct. Let's see what we got. Correct. These stores are on top of the Galaxy's amenities. I'm sure these will be for commercial rental. They don't know which stores are signing contracts. Don't think rent will be cheap. No, it won't be cheap. Nope. But I love it. I like it. That is what's needed there. That's a mandatory thing. I like that option better than them talking about it's going to be out front where you turn into the place. I didn't like that at all. I was like, what are they talking about? That makes no sense. You would have to go across the street, because where are people going to park who would stop at this commercial zone? So I like it that it's in the complex. So that makes it a lot nicer. And people that live the other Cana Rock, space, Cana Rock condos, all that, they can now come down there. This is great. Great news. Great play, Cana Rock. Yeah, it's tough getting in when you're a mom and pop, but one can be creative. Yes. Creative comes when they're over 18. I'm just saying. Or you have option number 2, which was always one of my options. You bring them with you. I'm just saying. Hey, like that beat. Thank you, Vanessa Kamagate. Yeah, George. Yes, next to Macau Villas, you can't miss the building. You can see that thing from way out on the highway. They're sitting walking distance to the ocean. Okay. Yes, next to Macau. Okay. Victor Morrell, please let me know what you're referring to about Macau Villas. when you say they're next to Macau Villas? What are you saying? That they are by Hard Rock? That's a bummer. I don't want to be by Hard Rock. If I own there, I want to be by Macau. All right, Victor, did you go by where Macau Hills Villas would be? I'm starting to ask this as well. Land auction. That's right, land auction, ladies and gentlemen. You might have seen my little face in there talking brief 10 seconds or less. But notice, did you see, you saw that one, right? Land auction is not around, ladies and gentlemen, but go see Discount Lots if you want to get land with no credit check, no qualifying, and you can make monthly payments. Discountlots.com or Land Modo. Now, Land Modo, I suspect, is an offshoot, and they actually have a deal or something where they might have similar lots in the same type areas, but they generally charge a little bit more sometimes. But nonetheless, it's still along the same lines. No credit check, no qualifying. You can take and make payments. And sometimes they're making payments without even a down payment. Why? Because you don't own the land you're renting in reality until you pay it off. So does it really matter if you put down $1,000 and pay $200 per month, or just start off paying $200 per month? Either way, it's the same money, right? So that's what you get to do there. George, no, I didn't go that far, but I know for a fact Macau Villas and Moon Palace are a few minutes apart. Okay, Victor Marrero. So is Macau Villas on the side of are they on the side of the freeway where Hard Rock and Moon Palace is, or is it across the freeway into the fields on the other side? That's what I want to know. Now, that's very interesting. All right. Anybody know if Moon Palace is all inclusive? We're going to find out in a second, but I just was asking. All right. So I'm going to change the screen a little bit, see if we can get some room selection. Oh, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So they are apparently taking reservations for February, January 26th through February 2nd during prime time. This is acting like a hotel thus far. We will see when we go through this, because this is going to be very, very important for a lot of people, including Macau Hills, if they're that close to Moon Palace and Hard Rock. Hard Rock, we know, is going to be charging $800 a night or $1,000 a night. We already know that. Paul Castillo, welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream, where he has the icon next to his name, where he's also an investor, a real estate investor inside Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. He brings his tagline, "Good evening, SSN Nation. I just joined. Is the Moon Palace a resort or condos for sale?" It's a resort. Moon Palace built Hard Rock. That was originally Moon Palace. Now it's Hard Rock 2.0, it looks like. Just with a twist. That's what it looks like to me. So we're going to find out. And again, Paul Castillo, very happy to see you here. And that only brings out the other point, November 6th through the 8th. If you have it where you can get to Punta Cana, we have our SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana Real Estate Investors and Business Forum. Why? Because you get to come out and talk with builders. You get to come out and talk with the realtors. You get to go to the offices of Nestor and the Macau Hills where they have their office. You get to come over to Larimar's office. You get to go up to the Larimar Cliff. You get to go to Cruise on Land and go check out their models. See what they have. You get to find out where Macau Villas actually really will be. You're going to find out where Macau Beach is. You're going to find out the lay of the land. And along the way, even get some lawyer advice and information. And the banker who's going to come and tell you, by the way, the banker just dropped bombs. He's like, get this, to open up a bank account, I thought it was just a letter. You don't need the letter. They want 3 months worth of bank statements. They want a passport or an ID, but you need 2 IDs. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Here, in fact, let me just give you this list. This is insane. Let me just give you this. This is insane here. We're not used to this in America. This is insane. Hold on a second. Let me get this. Where is this? Let me go see if I can find this real quick. Okay. At least 3 months of bank statements, passport, another photo ID, proof of income either by payroll, deposits, or letter from the job. Those are the three things you need to open up a bank account. I mean, this is crazy. But anyhow, again, I reiterate, 3 monthly bank statements, passport, another photo ID, and your proof of income could either be payroll, deposits, which should be from your statements, and a letter from the job. Now, is this what people need when they open a bank account over there? Wow, that's crazy. But nonetheless, we know you need ID normally. That's standard, and a social security number. I mean, that's standard, or an EIN number. That's standard. But this other stuff, not really standard, except in the DR. Interesting. They're trying to make sure there's no money laundering, I guess. But anyhow, that's what they need. So if anybody wants to open up their account, go over there. But here's what we're talking about before I get into some of this Moon Palace. Right here. In the chat room, I am going to leave the link. If you want to go sign up midnight tonight, it's $199 per person who's coming. All right. I'm going to need, if you sign up November 6th to the 8th, I'm going to need your polo dry fit shirt size. All right. I'm going to need that. So please send me an email. And after midnight, the price is going to go up to $249.99. If you arrive early, I will be at November 4th at the Primaveral 4 open house. I'll be there and be there. In fact, I'll be there with some other people. Jeremiah will probably be there as well, who's the realtor and a builder as well. He'll be there. He'll be taking us around during the week, sometime during the week, 6th to the 8th. We'll be going with him to go check out some stuff. So once again, you guys should not miss this. This is going to be awesome. The banker's going to come in and talk about loans. Appraiser, I'm trying to see, make sure they're going to come and talk about how they appraise properties and how it correlates with the bank. And it's going to correlate with the banker will tell us about what we're going to deal with our contracts versus the appraised values. All of that can be asked right there. No additional cost other than the $199. You have to get to the DR. You have to pay for your space, but I'm staying in El Cordacito myself at a 1-bedroom condo at Coral Village. And it's brand new, was built in the last 2 years. So I figured, why not check out some of these builds? Walking distance, you're right there by Blue Marina. You're right there, right? You just walk out and the beach is 5 minutes down the way or 4 minutes, whatever. And all the restaurant bars and all that's right in the neighborhood. So easy to find, not hard to find, ladies and gentlemen. Be hanging out. Paul Castillo, congratulations on your purchase prices, your couple of units you've purchased. Congrats. Eric, show me the Moon Palace. You said, always in a rush, man. Always in a rush. Moon Palace prices is right here. And we're going to go show it right now. George's Charles, always in a rush. Here we go. Here's the prices. All inclusive. Here we go. Pay in full and save. $3,366 for 7 nights. It's okay. $481 per night, all inclusive during prime time. This is a pretty good price. This is a great price. This is in competition with Hard Rock if they are next door. So how is Hard Rock going to charge $1,100 per night if they're charging $480 per night? This changes the ball game. This is not unreasonable. This is very reasonable. All-inclusive flexible rate. I don't know what that means, but now let's get into some Superior Deluxe Ocean View, all-inclusive, $528. Reasonable. Now, I don't know if this is a, introductory price for the beginning of the year, but here we are. And yes, this looks like, okay, I wonder if they have showers here, or are they just doing this pool? Or yeah, $634 for the ocean view. Oh, Superior Honeymoon Suite, 484 square feet. This is also 484 square feet, but it's a deluxe ocean view. It's the same square footage. That's weird. Governor Suite, 1 bedroom, 969 square feet. Now we're getting to around $1,000 per night, $6,300 for the week, but all inclusive. But this is great news. A 1 bedroom, all inclusive, 969 square feet, $900 a night. That's pretty good. So the question is, how much is a 1 bedroom unit condo worth once people stay in this area? Macau Villa. How much is a Macau Villa now going to be worth? 3 bedroom, 2.5 baths, 2 bedroom, 2 baths, 90,000 for a 2 bedroom, 113,000 for a 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath villa. Like I always said, I don't see a problem about getting $125 per night. Now, if Macau Villas is close to Moon Palace, like you say, and close to Cana Rock, then I guess we're going to be in a weird scenario. Because here on the one hand, you have 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath villas. On the other hand, you have 2 bedroom, 1 bedroom, 3 bedroom condos, all within the same short area. Different projects altogether. So what's the value? I do know this. I will be able to get $125, $145 per night for a 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath villa. Whether it's on the beach or not, I know I'll be able to get that. All right. We'll see how this all washes out, but this is interesting. All right. Let's see what else we got. Superior, where it sleeps 6. That's because there's going to be 2 beds and a bedroom. So it's going to be a 1 bedroom. I don't know, but 1154. Wow. That ends up being $8,500. Now you're starting to get a value of things around there. So once again, maybe the Macau Villas even being close to here is going to be fine. But I swear, Victor Morero, since you're there, let me know, how far is Cana Rock from Macau Beach? Because to me, I never paid attention. Like I always said, it could be 5 minutes away. It could be 10 minutes away. If it's 5 minutes away, I don't mind. If it's 10 minutes away, I don't mind even that much. But if it's past 10 minutes away, then I don't know how Macau Villas is called Macau Villas. That's all I'm trying to say. That's a distance of 10 kilometers, 10 miles, actually more than 10 kilometers. That's, crazy. All right. 2,600. And I don't know what this is. Oh, 2 bedroom presidential suite, 2,200 square feet. This is for you, Georges Charles. When you say, how's Atlantida going to be able to get money? They have 2,700 square feet units. 2,600. This is all inclusive, yes. But this is my point. This is crazy. That's all I can say. This is pretty awesome. I love seeing this. And junior suite golf course view. Interesting. 539. Swim up suite. 677. There you go. So here's some of the prices. Sorry. Those are the prices, ladies and gentlemen. Now, did you guys not see the original? This has a full-blown atmosphere. Wave pool or flow rider, which is easy to install and put in almost anywhere. I'm surprised a lot more places won't have this. The water slides, those are easy to put in too. They're tubing that you can put together. You don't need much. All you need is just 2 tubes coming down, and now you have water slides into the water. So that adds a little amenities to your location. So that's pretty good. So hopefully you guys, wait, where are we at here? Let's go back. Guess that didn't happen too well. Okay, booking engine, framing moments. Yeah, you can frame the moments. That's for sure. It's all looking sweet, ladies and gentlemen. Eric, show the Moon Palace. Okay. We showed the Moon Palace on. Let's go I'm going to do some outside Moon Palace as well. Eric, here we go. I'm going to do something else. We're going to go out. I'm going to go out of here. I'm going to go to Google search. The reason why I'm doing that is to show. All right. Here we go. I'm going to click on some images so you can see the outside. There's video. You can Google YouTube. Here's one of the images I wanted to show people right now. See, these guys have their cranes happen rather quickly. They're not doing hand to hand. Like if you go out to the beach, there's no cranes, right? A lot of projects, there's no cranes. You can go out to Primaveral, there's no cranes. Vista Cana, there's no cranes. You can start building things a lot higher, quicker, faster when you can actually go up faster. So that's one of the things that you have here. Here's some more pictures a month ago. And you can see here, I didn't realize it's 24 stories high. That's crazy. Look at this. I guess that's probably golf course over there. By the beach, some more people hanging out. Look, cranes. So they're making things happen quickly. That's a year ago. Here we go. A year ago is this. So they get to get things done. All right. 7 months ago is that. Look at this. 3 months ago. So see, this is what happened in 9 months. This is what I'm referring to. See, everybody, when you have cranes, you can do this quickly. Other places, they're not to be. Look, there's places right now. How high is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're starting, 12 or 13 floor over here and 11 floor over here in less than 9 months. All right. This is how far they went in 9 months. They even have a pool down there, it looks like. So this is what we're talking about that Larimar is going to be able to do because they have 10 cranes on the island that we know of. They have 12, I think, for sure, because I know they're doing something at Atlantida right now. So that's pretty awesome. So this gives you an idea on how fast. This is what happens when you have the crane situation going. It's like boom, boom, boom. A month ago. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So see, in 2 months, they got, like in this section, 3 floors built and they're 2 behind. So it looks like they went up another 2 or 3 floors in 2 months. Give or take, it could be 2 months or it could be 1.5 months. But anyhow, that's pretty fast. And look over here, some more levels. This is what I'm talking about. They're getting this up pretty fast. Real fast. So, and look at this. Wow. Holy smokes, really? They're moving. Cranes matter. I keep telling you guys, it matters. You're playing around when you're just doing hand to hand. And that's why I was saying if they wanted to speed things up, they need they're going to have to make a deal with one of these builders that has the cranes and you can speed up real fast. All right. So here, I'll go to images and then we'll show some more. I'm looking for actually renderings. Here we go. Here goes some renderings right here. No, doesn't give me the real renderings that I want. Not big enough. So he's not going to be able to see this. So these are just renderings, though. 1,200 rooms? Yikes. Whoa. Now, I don't know where this moon palace is, but it doesn't look like it's going to be. That's not the same place. Here's some of the. Okay, is this the same one? If it is, I know they have a golf course. Punta Cana, yes, this looks like a little rendering. So once again, it's happening. It's going down. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So that's all we can do. Everybody, you can just go to YouTube, search Moon Palace. You'll see what's happening. All right. So there we go. Okay, we got something here because Victor's saying, let me go, George, Eric, show me the Moon Palace. Eric. Okay, this is what I want to see. He's saying Eric, the Moon Palace here in Punta Cana won't be ready until late 2024 or early 2025. Well, that's very interesting. Why are they? Oh, was I on Moon Palace Cancun? Oh, yeah, that's Moon Palace Cancun. That wasn't even Moon Palace. Oh, well, good news. We have no pricing yet. That was Moon Palace Cancun. Good looking out for that. Because I thought that was so they don't have the flow rider and all this. It looks similar though. Well, I'm glad I was wrong. So we'll find out prices later on. So they're not ready. That was Moon Palace Cancun. But no, that's not. Hold on a second. Let me go back. This says discover our new resort in Punta Cana. We clicked on this and it took us here. And then we took them up on their, oh, it is Moon Palace. I thought this was, yes, I thought it was Punta Cana. It's not. It's Moon Palace. So we're in the Punta Cana booking engine, but it was Cancun. So those prices, dismiss all of that. I have a feeling the prices are going to be similar though. So we will see. But if the prices are going to be that, I expect them to be that or more. So none of that was actually Punta Cana. Cancun, Jamaica, even though they say this was Punta Cana. So this is interesting. So that was they fooled me. Thank you for catching that, Victor Marrero. I appreciate it. That wasn't even. But yeah, you can see how rapidly they're moving along. So 1 year from now, I could easily see them done. George, regarding the banks, they're saying it's all the banks now. So that I'm going to be double checking to see, but they're saying all the banks are needing that same information. It's the one. It's BCD, BHD. That's the one that's their criteria. But it's all the banks, though. So there you go. What's the name of the bank? And it's at Vista Cana Business Center, the bank also. So that's probably one of the reps are going to come over. George's Charles, looking at these prices, Cruise plans to offer all-inclusive too. Just imagine what a 2-bedroom penthouse can rent for. Exactly. This is why I keep saying Cruise. That's why I keep saying the places that have amenities, I just can't see how you're not going to. If these guys have amenities with water parks, with beach clubs and restaurants, and I mean, and you have that in your complex, and you have a 2-bedroom or a 1-bedroom or a 3-bedroom, how are you going to only charge $200 a night, $250 a night when these places, a hotel, is charging $600, $800, $1,000? You seriously going to charge $150 a night? I don't think so. I just don't see how that's happening. Pool. So that's what Moon Palace has. They also, they don't have is they don't have a sports complex. They don't even have, in the case of Cruise on Land, they don't have the amusement features. They have shopping at Cruise on Land too. And they don't have the man-made beaches at these, like the Moon Palace, Hard Rock, but they have the actual ocean. But some people would say, I like the ocean. Other people will say, I'll take the man-made beach. It's a, one half or the other, because both are going to be catering to whoever likes it. It doesn't really matter. So again, beautiful. But yeah, all of them. This is why I say the top 4. What are they really worth? What are their units really worth? Like I was saying, cruise on land. If somebody can tell me I can buy a 2-bedroom there for $128,000 fully furnished right now, today, because we had 2 people from the SSN Nation buy a 2-bedroom in the last 4 months at Cruise on Land. That's the price, fully furnished. And they have everything that Moon Palace has. Multiple restaurants and more. Because they don't, you have the beach out front, but they don't have man-made beaches sitting there. They don't have lakes sitting there that you're going to be doing paddle boat, where you can go paddle boats, kayaking in. They're going to have a fitness center, yes. But so does Cruise on Land, the outdoor fitness center. They're going to have a driving range. Yes, so does Cruise on Land. Driving range and golf courses at Larimar. Man-made beaches and everything. Wave pool and everything is going to be at Larimar too. So again, sports complexes, clubhouses. All this is just as good as all-inclusive at this point. But you're going to tell me you're going to charge $150 a night, $175 a night, $199 a night, while these guys are charging $600, $800, $1,000. I don't see how it doesn't correlate. You're going to sit there and say, okay, stay at my place for $250 a night. Yeah, so what if I paid $128,000? $250 a night at 50%. You guys can do the math. 250 times 15. In fact, this is what we do here in case you're new. 250 times 15. That's 3,750. Now, I'm going to use Cruise on Land because they do 35%. So I'm going to times it by 65. So our gross after our management fee, $2,437. I have HOAs, $2 a square meter plus I have electricity and all that. Let's just say it's $400. So we're going to end up having $2,000 profit per month. That's $24,000 annually. We only bought it for, I'll do the numbers for you. We made $24,000 in profit. And you divide that by the purchase price, $128,000. That's 18.75. That's 18.75% on if you get 50% occupancy and if you rent for $250. If things get crazy and you can rent for $295, and if you get 60% occupancy, you're going to be in the 20 percentiles easily. So that means you're going to be making more than $2,000 per month profit. You're going to be approaching somewhere between $2,500 and $3,000. I think that's enough passive income for a lot of people with one property at 20% your first year. Potentially you could be making this. Why do I say that? Because these amenities or attractions are going to be in the first phase. I'm just saying. All right. Okay. Where is Macau? Is Macau Village. Macau isn't that big. No, it's small. It's right next to Bavaro where the Moon Palace will be. It will be shocked if it's over a 10-minute drive. Okay, that's good to know because I thought it was about a 10-minute drive, quite frankly. But again, I never paid attention because when we're out on that highway to go, we're usually talking. You're not really caring. You just had, eats, lunch or something, and now you're driving out. So you're not really paying attention to time and distance. You're just looking around like, damn, there's a lot of jungle out here. There's a lot of acres around here that's undeveloped. That's what it used to be. Probably not anymore. But so I'm going to pay attention this time because I'm going to be specific about it because Macau is a hot spot. All right. That's going to be a hot spot. And if Hard Rock is that close, then that's beneficial. Could be beneficial. And now that Cana Rock has decided to put in some retail establishment underneath their condos, that's a major, major thing. That is major. Eric, I just emailed you what the building looks like right now. Beautiful. Let's go see. This is cool. On demand. Thank you, Victor Morera. I appreciate it. Wow, where is it? Am I in the right place? Yeah, I'm in the right place. Okay, Moon Palace. There's no image. Oh, okay. I see what happened. I got you. Oh, wow. Holy smokes. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Holy smokes. 15, 16. They're 17 floors high. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 9 months, 17 floors high with the cranes. Yes, now you're understanding why Larimar with their cranes, this is why they're not sweating. They can build 4 towers with 5 or 6 cranes easily in less than 9 months. So that's why I guess they're not sweating it. This is crazy because they're only 16 floors high. They're 17 floors high in this picture. Let me see if I can show you guys a picture. Fact. Yeah, I can show you the picture. Let's go. Let's see. Full screen. What a bummer. What a bummer. Okay. I can show you it though. This is incredible. Just from a month ago, they've already went up. They were up to 13 before. They went up 4 more floors in a month. Jesus. Thank you, Victor Marrero. Appreciate it. I'm going to show people where is it at? I can't. Let's see. Where is it? Let me take some. I need to close down some of these windows because I'm going to have to go find this thing. Okay, there we go. Maybe. Let me see if I can put it in this window. Maybe. All right. This is getting to be kind of crazy. Let's see if it works out. Nope. Here we go. Moon Palace. Guess we'll see what's going to take so long here. I know why it's going to take a little bit of time. It's okay. It'll come up, ladies and gentlemen. I have too many windows open. A ton of windows open. I need to close them. All right. Let's see here. Okay, it's coming up slowly but surely. I have way too many things open. All right, where we at? Let's go. All right, they want to play around. We'll do it a different way. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Just too late. All right. Okay, let's reset this, shall we? We have 2 of them now. Here we go. I'll just go with this one. All right. This is what he is showing us now. Which bank will you have at the event? It's probably going to be BHD. Trying to get their, in fact, we're trying to get their timing right. So when they're going to be available, because since it's going to be I think Monday's a holiday though. So I'm hoping we can do it on Monday where then I don't have to worry about the timing. Because if it's Tuesday, then it's going to be whenever they can come out, or it'll have to be after in the evening time. But nonetheless, I'm trying to make them schedule so they'll be the first, because there'll be a hard date. Everybody else is flexible but them. So I'm gonna find out. I'll probably know, what's today, Wednesday, probably Friday or tomorrow. I should know something. All right. This is not bad, ladies and gentlemen. Look how fast they did this. Look at that. I was trying to count, but this is like 17 or 18 floors. A month ago, they were up to 12 on one side and 13 on the other, and now they're up to 18 floors. Just in a month, they went 4 floors. So if they're going to do so, that makes sense. Every 3 or 4 months, a floor, or every month, 3 or 4 floors. So 3 months ago to now, or a month ago to now, is a big difference. So they're making this thing happen. And they have cranes on each side. So it looks like they have 4. 2 on this side, 2 on the other side. So that's pretty cool. So there you go. This is how you build, ladies and gentlemen. They know what time it is. They built all over the world, just like Claire HP, just like the guys at Cruise on Land. All right. They've built in other areas. So this isn't their first rodeo. So this is why they're able to do what other builders can't do, because they know what it takes. They said, let me get myself some cranes. Let's go out here and make it happen. I'm very happy to see this. This is awesome. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, crypto, gold, silver prices, stock dividends. You're putting money in somewhere to make it work for you. We've been talking about for the last 30 to 40 minutes where you can actually put your money, instead of into stocks, golds, and crypto and silver. We've been talking about putting it into real estate. Why real estate? Because it generally goes up in value, but that's not the main point. The main point is it's for rental income to come in. That's the point. So that's why we talk about it. And of course, since we're having something November 6th through the 8th, all the better to make your way to the Dominican Republic. And you can get the lay of the land, and you can talk with people who are actually the people who you're going to be talking to later. If you're going to need financing, you need to talk to the bank guy. You need the appraiser guy. You need to understand what they're appraising and where the value is coming from. Because I'm going to tell you right now, some of you may change your mind about some things when somebody tells you, hey, you know what? Generally, we appraise a higher value when you have this, this, and this. And then you start realizing, well, wait a minute, I don't have this, this, and this. I have 2 or 3 of those 5 or 6 things. Where can I get 6 of 6? So my value will be higher later on. So they'll know. At least they should. So that'll help you out. Like most of the time, let's just put it in perspective. Kitchen, master bedroom, bathrooms. Those are your money plays. People think it's a pool or a jacuzzi and all that. It's not. The value plays. How many bathrooms? That ends up being another value play. How big is the living and dining room area? It starts getting into nuances. But again, then it's when you're outside, the curb appeal. All that cannot be dismissed. So your neighborhood matters. All that matters when you're getting an appraisal. What doesn't matter is what a lot of people think. A pool, a jacuzzi, a deck. Aesthetically, yes, it looks nice. People say, oh, I want to live here. But appraisal-wise, they're looking at square footage. How much square footage is your house? And what's the price per square footage average in the neighborhood? That's what they're looking at. Do you really have 3 bedrooms, or do you have a 2-bedroom and it's a den? No closet in that bedroom. Do you really have a 2-bedroom, or is it a 1-bedroom with a den? Or a big enough living room that you turned into a sleeping area like a studio, but you're calling it a 2-bedroom. So all this matters. So you might as well find out from the appraiser in DR what they go by. And you need to know the distance. you need to understand distance as well. You need to go, like in America, it used to be they would go 1 mile away, up to 1 mile radius. And then all of a sudden they got a quarter of a mile. Then now I don't even know what they get into. Some say a tenth of a mile away or something crazy, whatever. But all I'm saying is you need to get the latest information. So when you're buying, and you make money when you buy, if you know that whatever you're buying is the optimal unit type and the optimal unit to buy with those amenities in place, then you've already won the battle. Because later on, the appraisal value is going to be higher than what you think. Speaking of that, if Raydell Cabezas is listening, you need to send me that appraisal. You did not, unless it's in junk mail. Maybe I have to check for junk mail. I didn't even think about that. Raydell Cabezas, if you hear me, please send the appraisal. He has a that is pretty sweet. Victor Morrell sent a video. Thank you for the video. Now you're going to have to probably let us know what this is. Oh, okay. Looks like he drove in. Yeah, he drove into the complex. And yep, he drove into the complex and he's showing, yeah, on one side they're doing hand to hand. On the other side, they're building the towers with the crane. That's what they should be doing. I love it. I love seeing this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Victor Morrell, for that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a treat, courtesy of Victor Morrell. That drone footage would be nice to show the golf course. Look at what it looks like from the water. We're going to show people this. This ought to be sweet. You guys are getting a special treat tonight. Make sure you smash that like button. This is what we do here, courtesy of Victor Morrell in the Dominican Republic right now. This is awesome. Victor Morrell, when are you leaving the DR? Just in case you're going to be there like the 4th, which is in, oh no, that's over a week away. No, you won't be there probably. Forgot it's not this weekend or anything. All right, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This is courtesy Victor Morrell on the spot in the DR. All right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Courtesy of Victor Morrell. Thank you so much for the picture. And there you get it. You understand the magnitude of the situation. The only place that's going to have this amount of height that's been approved, I don't think they're going to approve under Lewis Abinader. You're not getting any 17, 20, 24-story high units. Not on the beach. They weren't supposed to be doing Miami. They weren't going to do that. They were going to leave it open up until you got to the ridge. The ridge is already higher, so they weren't going to have a problem out at the ridge. Cap Cana has a ridge also where they're starting to build on. There wasn't going to be a problem with height levels, but now I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but most of the land you can't do anything. But this doesn't stop some others to say, you know what, why don't we build some towers? We're going to start blocking views from a distance. That'd be a bummer. But it is what it is. All right. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what else we got here. Paul Castillo, Eric, I heard the rental pool at Cruise consists of splitting up rental revenue equally among all the units per each building. No, I can't confirm that. We're going to confirm this after. You know what? I need to remember that because that's one of my questions, by the way. Because they did say that. There's some confusion because I don't know how they're going to do that. And I'm going to tell people this. I'm going to say it plain and simple. If they're going to be paying units that aren't rented and they're going to take out 35%, that you're going to receive a lot less money across the board. Now, it works the other way as well. So let's just say people who aren't renting are going to be happy. People who are renting are still going to be happy. But it could be an optimal situation. Let's just say it's April and the 2 weeks in April, 95%, 96% occupancy where everybody has their unit rented and they're charging $200 and up per night in 2 weeks. So in 14 days, you're getting like $2,800 less 35%. Plus electric, plus HOAs, whatever the case may be. But all I'm saying is you got your $2,200, $2,300, and the month's not even over yet. You could have $3,000. So, I mean, it could work out that way. Or it goes the other way where it is 50% occupancy and only 50% of the units are making the $2,000 per month. But now the other units are sitting empty. So now, in essence, you're all making $1,000. So that's weird. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's kind of, I don't really know how to take it. Shared rental pool. I don't know how to take that. I've never been in that situation, and quite frankly, I've never heard of it. But you are correct. Somebody did mention it. Yes, they mentioned it. I heard it from Hetzel. They mentioned something about this before, but in reality, I dismissed it until I see them face to face. So yes, this will be one of the questions to go over because I don't have a opinion about this one way or another because it can work either way. But I do know at least people who have their units sitting empty, they get money in. So in essence, you're kind of like, if you own there, then I guess if it's true, then I guess that's not bad to be able to collect, even though your unit's not rented, when you think about it. But then at the same time, if your unit is rented, then you have less revenue, less profits because you're sharing with everybody else. So it's kind of strange. And this also brings up the situation of what if I'm not in the rental pool? So I get to keep all of my profits, even though if I'm not renting, if I'm not in the rental pool, then I don't get to share in the profits. So it's a kind of catch-22. So we're going to have to sort this out. But I like you're asking because this is one thing that had to be discussed. Because, I mean, they got these levers, you know, there's like stuff like it's shared. It's like a shared, you own there and you share everything. And meaning you're paying part of the amenities, the attractions, you're paying your HOA, and then you're paying them 35% in the rental pool, which is high, I think. So it's kind of, it's weird. The prices are so inexpensive though. It's like, I'm happy they are, because if they weren't, then it would be a problem. But the price value that you're getting makes it like, it's on that borderline for me. Other people are happy, like Paul Castillo bought their 2-bedroom, $128,000. Yeah, we're going to confirm that when I get there too. What's you guys HOA at Larimar again? $2 a square meter. The Cana office told me today it will be $300 per month for Galaxy. Okay, well, isn't your unit like 1,400 or something square feet? $2 a square meter. There you go. Yeah, it's the same. $2 a square meter, or $2.15, whatever the case may be. It's around $2, right? And it'll be more if your units are 1,100 square feet. That's a different ball game then. That's almost $2 and is that $2.50? No, not quite. $2.25. But either way, that's not crazy either. But then wait, hold on. Why are you guys paying? Okay, $2 a square meter is what it should be, but you shouldn't be paying more because you don't have any. Oh, you have a pool. Well, it's just a pool and it's $2 a square meter. That's the going rate. Unless you live in other complexes, like at the beach, they're charging for the terrace and they're charging for your space. So it ends up costing more, almost $3 a square meter. So I don't know if they're charging separately for a terrace at Cana. I hope not. That's kind of crazy. But Cruise does charge for the terrace because they have jacuzzis on their terraces or barbecue grills or things on their terrace. So if they're going to upkeep, if they're going to do the upkeep, I'm more than happy to let them for $1 per square meters a month. And I got a jacuzzi out there and you guys are taking care of that. So be it. I'll pay the $25 a month or the whatever it is, $20 a month. Go, so be it. That's worth it. $240 a year for maintenance and upkeep of jacuzzis. It's worth it. Somebody's going to have to clean them out. People are renting. I don't know. That's another question, quite frankly. So we're going to get to the bottom of all those questions in person in about another 10 to 12 days. We'll have the answers. In fact, I need to write these down because I'm going to miss these while I'm there because I'm not going to be able to remember all of the questions. So I better start writing some down. Yeah, Cruise. Shared rental. That's kind of major. HOAs for terrace includes what? Yeah, that's very true. It's not cut and dry. Cana, Victor Marrero, Cana's cut and dry, $300 per month. That's a flat rate, right? What are they charging for the management fee? 25%. That's the going rate. The only people I know that charge more than 25% thus far is Cruise. They're charging 35%, they said. Unless they changed it. And yeah. Okay, what is management fee? Yep. So get to know all that. That's going to be very interesting. So Victor Marrero. So for instance, the HOAs, according to Larimar, which again, all this has to be re-verified, right? Well, okay, not with Larimar, doesn't have to be verified. In the contract with Larimar, no price increase. HOA is $2 per square meter. It's written in the contract like that, and so they'd have to break the contract. So it's definitely that. So at Larimar, when we talk about 72 square meters, that's like $145, right? That's what the 2 bedrooms are going to cost for HOAs. Pretty sweet. The penthouse units at Larimar, they're 1,900 square feet. Now, I think they are still $2, so they're going to be paying $380 to $400 per square month, or per square. They're HOAs. $2 a square feet means $360, $370 because it's 1,932 square feet, 1,920 square feet. So let's just say $380 to $390 is what they're going to be paying, unless they get charged for their terrace, which I doubt. I don't know, but that's something Larimar you have to find out about. I didn't buy a penthouse, so I don't know. So let me do some things right now. I'll probably remember these, but just in case I don't, I'll have it written down. Because we're going to be going all over the place. Macau Hills, we're going to be talking about Riviera Castagna. We're going to be in Vista Cana. We're going to go to a few other places downtown. Aldea Park has added some amenities. They're going to have a sports complex apparently down there. That is major. So we'll see. There's lots of things. So I got to keep all these questions ready. So again, appreciate it. All right. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to wrap it up this evening. I want to thank everybody for being here. Remember, sign up for the SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana, November 6th through the 8th. Real Estate Investors and Business Forum. Please join us, me, and quite frankly, there's only like 2, 3, 4. Right. As of right now, I know we have 4 people. That includes me, includes my wife. So that means we have 4 people registered right now that I know for sure is coming. So if you are coming, you need to register at the lower price, $199 per person right now, because in about another 30, 40 minutes, if you haven't registered, you can register later, but it's going to be $249 per person. All right, just saying. All right. Again, we have a lot going on. We have builders, developers, locations, project tours. We have the realtors, we have the bankers, we have lawyers. We're going to Larimar. We're going to Cruise on Land offices. We're going up to Macau. We have a lot to do. So please join us. And if you do sign up, I need your shirt size, dry fit, polo shirt size. I need it. All right. Once you sign up, I need to know what size you are, because the order's going in the next few days for the first people. If you sign up after that, it still won't be a problem. But I just want to get the first guys' stuff done, sent, arrive, so I'll be ready. And then if somebody signs up in the next week, we'll still have it, because I'm going to have extras anyhow, because it's designed for SSN Lifestyle anyhow. So I don't think we'll have a problem. And I know what most people order. So we'll call it what it is. Now, if you have anything else you want to talk about, please let me know. The link to the SSN Lifestyle sign-up page, which you can use your credit card, well, PayPal. So that allows you to do options. You can do Venmo as well. That gives you an option. If you want to do a Zelle scenario, that's possible. That is possible too. No, Paul, it's not equal. Here we go. All right. Here we go. George's Charles may know something about this stuff. No, Paul, it's not equal. You are all in the rental pool, and the money is collected together, but the split will be based on the type of unit you own. Oh, George's Charles is saying that the rental pool is split. Yeah, okay, that would make sense, because if you own a studio, proportionately a 2-bedroom has a higher value than a studio, and a 3-bedroom has a higher value than a 2-bedroom in a studio, and then a 4-bedroom has the highest value compared. But that turns us into a tricky situation, because here's the problem. We could have 5 4-bedroom units renting at $400 per night, but then we have 3-bedroom units at $300 per night, and we rent. Okay, I'll give you an example. 10 nights out of the month, 4-bedroom units are rented, but 7 of them, let's say. Then 3-bedroom units, but 10 of them are rented, but they're rented for 2 weeks. Then the 2-bedroom units, they're rented for 2 weeks, but they rented for 20 nights. And then a studio unit, they were able to do 20 nights, but they only rent for $110 per night. So how are you equally going to break it down? What's the formula? So even though I have a smaller unit, the 2-bedroom rented for more nights, and the studio unit rented for more nights. but the other units probably made equal to or more than me for renting half the nights. So how are we going to split this? That's their formula. But again, it's convoluted for me. They can tell us how they're going to do it, but all I find is a lot of paperwork happening. I don't know how they're going to do that. And remember, they have lock-off units. So a person could have a 2-bedroom, which is 2 studio units, or an actual 2-bedroom. So that person can rent a studio or a 2-bedroom, or somebody might have a 2-bedroom with that studio lock-off. So now a person can rent a studio unit and a 2-bedroom unit. So there's what percentage do I get if I have the 3-bedroom that can be turned into a 2-bedroom and a studio? Now what? I mean, that starts getting kind of crazy. Aye. But George's Charles is saying that the rental pool will be split amongst everybody, which is key. That's very interesting. They're taking 35% though. Wow. Okay. That looks like this is what we heard, Paul Castillo. This is about what we heard, but I still find it a struggle how they're going to work this out. I just don't see how. But that's their thing. Let's see. George's Charles also, I asked the question, for example, I own a penthouse, my unit, so I'll be bringing more, so I will receive a bigger share of the profit. Yeah, but see, therein lies the problem. That's not exactly how it's going to work. So again, they have 4-bedroom units. They have 3-bedroom penthouse units, which in the penthouse, they have a bedroom, so it makes it a 4-bedroom. Then they have a 3-bedroom unit that you can have a 3-bedroom unit, or a 3-bedroom unit can be a 2-bedroom and a studio. And so since you can break down your 3-bedroom into a 2-bedroom and a studio, you rented your 2-bedroom for 15 nights. You rented the 3-bedroom for 5 nights, and you rented the studio unit for 10 nights. So how much is that unit worth in the rental pool program? How are you going to break it down? Another person has 2 studio units in a 2-bedroom, but he's renting them out separately. The 2-bedroom for 10 nights, a studio for 10 nights. He has 20 nights booked, but 10 is a studio and 10's a 2-bedroom. So how does his break down? And they're going to be different rental prices. So I don't know. That's just too much for me. If they do that, that's going to be interesting. So but here's the problem. Again, there's going to be units that aren't rented. No building is going to be rented 100%. So this is what you have to start thinking about. Let's just say we grossed $100,000. We have how many? Let's see. There's 15 buildings. There's 4,000. So is there 300? No, 200. 250. Okay, there's about 250 units in a building, I'm guessing, because that gets us almost 4,000 out of 15 buildings. So if we have 250, and so we have 4 buildings, we have 1,000 units, right? I think that's what it's going to break. We have 1,000 units. We rented 60% of them. 600 units were rented. All different shapes and sizes. The other 400 weren't rented. So how are we going to break this down to the other 400 that didn't get rented and we have $100,000 revenue? It's a 60-40 split. So now are you going to say, well, each unit is assigned a value based on how much that unit was rented for? I mean, this is getting to be crazy number-wise because you have 6, I think it's 6 different unit types. Or six different configurations that you can do. So it's going to be very interesting. I really, really don't want to hear that. I just don't know how they're going to do it. But a 3-bedroom penthouse is going to have a higher value than a 2-bedroom penthouse. A 3-bedroom that has a 2-bedroom that has the studio lock-off that creates a 3-bedroom potentially could have a higher value than a 2-bedroom penthouse. So I don't know how they're going to work this out. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe somebody here knows how. I've never had a shared rental pool. I've never been involved in this. So this is kind of weird. Is what it is. We're going to find out. We'll get down to the bottom of this. Maybe they know already. Maybe they have the answers to this already, because these are going to come. This is going to be questions that's going to come up when we're out there. I want to hear this answer on how you're going to be able to determine on these 6 or 7 different unit types, how you're going to be able to break this down and give everybody money out of the rental pool. And take the 35%. Oh, by the way, the 35% out of the total rental pool's gone. The energy or the electricity bill, cable bills, or housekeeping or whatever, that's gone. So is it 35% for everything? Or is it 35% and I still got to pay my HOAs? So, I mean, this starts getting kind of interesting. So it sounds like it's going to be a net of around 55%. And again, if we got to pay the other 400 that didn't get their units rented, comes out of the price of the units that got rented, we're going to have issues. I mean, not issues really. All I'm saying is you have a lower profit coming in. So you have to make it's a mathematical equation. We have $100,000 profit out of the 600 units. So I'll give you guys a perfect example. See, now my brain is starting to kick in money-wise, but check this out. All right. Let me go to the screen. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, come on, guys. Can you take my stuff down? Thank you. All right. Here's what I'm about to show you. It's a mathematical equation as far as I see it. Okay, here's what I'm about to show you. So there's a difference between if we collect 100,000, right? And then after management fees, it's 0.65. So we now have, I'm off at 0. So we'll have 600. No, that's right. 65,000. That is right. Okay. So now we have 65,000. This could be lowballing it, but I'm just spitting it out there. But this just gives you an example. 65,000 was going to be divided by 600 units. That's $108. All right. Now, what happens when you're going 65? Is that right? No, that's not right. Hold on a second. 65 divided by 600. Yeah, that is 108. Okay. So now we do 65,000 divided by, I'm off. We talked about 250, right? So it's 500. Sorry. It's 500. 65,000 divided by 500 units. Here we go. $130. All right. But now 65,000, and let's say 60% of the units were rented, so that gives us 300. This is what would have happened normally if you shared it, $216. So now you understand what I'm trying to tell you is that 65,000 divided by everybody changes the dynamics entirely. If we have 500 units, that changes it entirely. That's 130. So it's hard to say what this would be. I can't even figure it out for real. Let's just call it $250 a night. times 18. I mean, times 15, sorry. Times 15. That's 50%. 3750 times 300 units. Oops. Okay, times 300 units. There we go. That's 1 million. Okay. Times 0.65. Trying to do math. 731,000. So we're still in the same ballpark. So now how do we divide up to 731,000 when we have 500 units? So divided by 500 units. If you just gave everybody equal share, that'd be 1462. So that means 4 bedrooms are going to get more, 3 bedrooms are going to get more. People that have lock-off units that are 3 bedrooms, but they're studios. I don't know how they're going to do that, but it appears that some people could get, let's say, 2,000 of this. Some people can go the other way and get 1,000 of this. And then you still have your HOAs to pay and things like that. So again, I just tried to run it off the top. It looks like that's what the numbers are going to be. Eric, I'm having my fingers crossed with the 35% at Cruise. We're barely be getting any profit after all the monthly fees. Yeah, that's why, again, this word timeshare comes to mind. The way this is shaking out, it's kind of, but this is the thing. I think, again, I don't think it's going to be renting for $100 per night. That's the thing. I think we're going to be having, I think really it's going to be studio units that people bought for 65,000 or 50,000 are going to be renting at, let's say 150 a night. I think 2 bedrooms are going to be in the 200s. I think 3 bedrooms potentially could be at the upper 2s or into the 300s. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but 35% and you got to pay your HOAs and whatever is going to be, and they're sharing. So see, that's the problem. If they're not really a problem. I shouldn't use the word problem. If they're sharing all of the revenue, if you rent, it doesn't matter. Whatever your gross is, it will not matter because it's shared with all the units that weren't rented. So even if you did something crazy like 20 nights at $250 a night, that's $5,000. That's real good, but now you have to go how many units weren't rented. So you rented gross wise $5,000. You get to keep around 3,500, but now you don't get to keep the 3,500 because all the units that didn't get rented, you're siphoning off some of your money to give to them. You're doing socialistic situation. It's socialism. That's what you're doing. You're taking care of the people who didn't get any rentals because there's no distinction between renting the units. Your unit is my unit. So the fact of the matter is you came up lucky in the draw to get the rental, and they're treating it like since you became lucky enough in the draw to get the rental, you're going to share it with somebody else because you could have been the person that didn't get the rental, which, okay, that's not a bad concept, but that means you don't make your 3,200 because whoever didn't rent, they're going to siphon off, I don't know how much, 200, 300, 400. But you'll probably still be happy with 2,800 too. I mean, you only bought things for under 280. The 4-bedroom is still under 280. So you'll be happy with 2,800, 2,500. It's no problem. A 2-bedroom is only 128. So you're going to be happy with a $2,000 a month check, even though your condo might have made 3,200. I mean, that's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. I don't know how they're going to do this. I don't like the 35%. And now you're telling me they're going to share profits. I'm just like, hold up a second. Do you mean you're taking a 25% fee so you can share in the profits? Why am I taking 35% hit? See, I'm like, why am I taking the 35% hit? You guys are collecting 35% and I'm sharing with somebody else? No, you take the 1 million that we got, the 1.1 million. You take the 10% hit, that 120,000. You pay the people that didn't get paid and you give us our money. I'm just saying, that's what I would turn into. Doesn't make much sense to me. All right, here we go. You're right. We need to understand the formula. Eric, the 35% includes all expenses, not just management fee. That's not possible. That's not possible. Nobody knows what the electric bill is going to be, the water bill is going to be. Nobody knows. Every unit's going to be more. When people leave, they might leave fans on. They might leave their electricity on. There's no way to know that. I don't think they're going to pay the electrical fees. You know how people are. If it's all included, they're just going to, when they leave the unit, they'll leave the lights on. They'll leave the radio or TV playing, leave computers on. But as soon as you say, hey, you got to pay, like right now, when you stay in El Cortecito, they're going to say, what's the numbers on the meter? And when you check out, what's the numbers on the meter? Send a picture. That's how much more you owe. You're going to be conscious of the electrical bill. So if you think I'm going to think that they're going to say, oh, don't worry about the electric bill, we got it covered. That's not going to work. I don't think you're going to have to pay the electric bill and whatever other fees that there could be. Cable bills, I don't know if that's going to be included or not. I don't know what's going to happen if there's a maintenance issue. I mean, maintenance issues are going to happen when you rent. A garbage disposal if they have them, or a dishwasher if you have them, or oven if you have them. They do not work. They're man-made. They're electrical. So there could be a problem. So what's going to who are they going to charge for that? That's why I'm saying I'm skeptical about the 35% including everything. If it does, if it includes everything except my HOAs, but now I still pay in HOAs. $2 a square meter, plus you're paying the $1 a square foot for the terrace. However big the terraces are, I don't know. But it could be $20, $25 for the terrace. And then $2, $140. So yeah, you can pay like $175. So again, this is all we're going to have to talk about this because there's too many moving parts. We should get more detail for the formula, because I'm going to tell you right now, if this changes things seriously. If they say it's 35% does not include your electrical and cable and all that stuff, I'm going to be like, damn, this is starting to get pricey. So how much am I going to make? And in all fairness, see, here's the problem. I think they know what, if you start studying cruise on land, what we think is going to happen. I think it's going to happen. They think it's going to happen too. I don't think it'll be 50% occupancy. I don't think it'll be 60% occupancy either. I think it'll be higher because of the amusement park rides there, and because of the nightclub and the amphitheater and the water parks and the man-made beaches and things like that, wedding venues. I think it has potential to be higher than 60%. They could be at 70%. And so if they start getting at 70% across the board for their 500 units, that'd be 350 units. And we're talking about 350 units times the 250 average. That's not a lot. Now that I'm looking at it, that's 87.5. That can't be right. 350. Oh, times 250. That's per night. Okay, 87.5 per night times 15. So there we go. 1.3 million. They get 35%. 0.65, 1.3. Yeah, I'm doing it in the background. 1.3 times 0.65. Okay, equals $845,000. And then now we have to divide that amongst all 500 units. Okay, we got questions. And I'm not liking it. All right, we should get more details and the formula. Yes, we're going to need that. Because they have to have a formula if they're talking like this. But I don't know how anybody's going to understand the formula because we have, let's go over it real quick. A studio unit, a 2-bedroom unit, 2-bedroom penthouse unit, a 3-bedroom unit, 3-bedroom penthouse unit, and a 4-bedroom unit. 6 units. Then we turned it into two studio units is a 2-bedroom. So you added that into the mix. Then you have a studio and a 2-bedroom, which changes that into a 3-bedroom. So that means 9 different unit combinations at least. So that's going to be very interesting how they figure this out. So I don't see how this works as a group. This is troublesome for me. Well, you're correct. You have no control over people leaving lights on or how much they turn down the thermostat. We have it automated. Yep. Let's go see this. Eric, there's a project in Punta Cana that I was interested in to purchase that has equal sharing, but all the units are the same, which it makes it easier compared to cruise. Yes. Paul Castillo, in that case, I can understand. Because yes, that makes it simple. If all units are, let's say, a 2-bedroom, and we have, I don't care, 200 units, and then whatever the gross is, we're sharing it, everybody. Fair enough. Fair enough. Pretty cool. Again, though, I question the equation because, again, we have this situation. Depends on the units. If we have 200 units in the building, 60% of the units are rented, 120 out of the 200, and the 120 generates $1 million. Now we're not splitting it between the 120, we're splitting it with the 200. So that's the $1 million question. If you want to do that, that makes it very interesting. And in contrast, if you weren't one of the units, the 120 units that got rented, then you're going to be very happy to receive a check. So it's a double-edged sword. But if that's the community you want to move into, that's fine. And you know you're sharing the values, which is fine. Everybody gets the same amount. That's cool. And you can't be greedy because you're not going to rent your place 100%. So you could be one of those people that had no rent, the 80 people who didn't get any rental money for the month. And so that's kind of cool that this shared. I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It just depends. If you are greedy and say, well, I think my unit, I can rent it at like 90%. So why am I sharing with the rest of these people? So it turns into people are greedy, right? I wouldn't mind, quite frankly, if somebody said, hey, Eric, we are going to do 60% rental. And we can tell you right now, we're going to rent for $200, $250 per night. I know we're going to be making over $1 million per month. And we're going to take our 25%. So we're going to split the 75 or 750,000 amongst the 200 people. And each of you are going to get like $2,000 per month, $2,500 per month. I'd be like, beautiful. How much did I buy this thing for? It better not be 250,000 though, but maybe it was 125. Maybe it was 200,000. I'm going to be happy if somebody cut me a check for 2,500 every month, whether I rent it or not. See, I'd be happy with that. But if I bought something for 400,000 and they're cutting me checks for 200 or $2,000 a month, now I'd be like, oh, wait, hold up. And I think I can do better on my own. All right. So it all depends. There's too many variables. Victor Morrell saying we have automation. Paul Castillo. I've never heard about this sharing, so please let me know which project that was, the sharing. I want to hear more about how they do it. I want to know about that. We have automation at Margaritaville that controls that. I recommend getting automation to turn off your AC and lights remotely. That's a must for me at Galaxy. In fact, it comes with it. So what do you mean exactly, Victor Marrero? Give me an example. So here's what I'm trying to say. So the AC's on because it's 85, 90 degrees. It's January, February, March, April. We're high humidity or low humidity, but it's still warm out. So you have the AC on in the one room, or if you have central, it's in all the rooms. And you're getting ready. And just like at home, you would leave your AC on because when you come back home, you don't want 100 degrees in your house. And it costs more to heat it or cool it back down than if you would have just left it in the same range. So anyhow, the point I'm trying to make is people are going to leave it on because we're going down to the pool or going to the ocean or going on our excursion. When we come back, we want the place to be cool. So what do? So when you say automation, what are you referring to exactly? Are you saying like when they leave, check out, it automatically shuts down? I love that because I want that. If they got that, that would be sweet. So if you mean that, that's cool. But I don't know how you would do it when the people are actually staying there. That's the only thing. So let me know what you mean when you say automation. And the same would work at the day of check-in. You don't need to cut the AC on. In other words, if somebody checks in at 4, somebody checked out the previous day, you don't need AC on at all. You can cut it on like 1, 2, maybe 2 o'clock in the day so it's cool upon their arrival. So that would be cool. So that way it's not on all morning, all afternoon. And then somebody calls and says, we're not going to be there till 7 at night. Then you might as well just cut it on at 6 at night. So that would be awfully cool because that would easily erase some fees for your energy bills. That's pretty awesome. Paul, amenities is the key. Make sure it has amenities. He said he was looking at, I don't think he's going to buy there though, because he said all the units were the same. Paul, are you going to the trip too with Eric? I don't know. I don't think Paul is signed up or decided or if he's there, but he'll let us know. I don't know if he's coming. I don't think Paul has signed up. No, in fact, I know Paul hasn't signed up. Victor Marrero says being part of the rental pool is fine, but the problem is that returning customers will start asking for special units like those close to the amenities. Very good point, Victor Marrero. Your management company will have to honor that. See, this is what happens when you have socialism situations, communism situations. Now what starts happening is what Victor Marrero is alluding to. Ocean view, pool view, scenic view or mountain views, which are considered whatever, partial ocean, partial pool views. Those all have higher values than a scenic view, than garden view. So now you're sharing your higher value unit with the lower value unit. So again, that's another one of those variables. So I have a pool view. The other person has garden view. We have the exact same units. Mine rents because I have the pool view, because now when people come, I want to stay in Marrero's or Bird's unit or Charles' unit. And they can see I love being on the 3rd floor because that was the perfect level for me. It was beautiful. Now they're staying there. The people on the garden view, they don't even care about their view. They're like, well, we got the garden view. Who cares? It's just grass and greenery, whatever. But now you're sharing. If they didn't rent their unit out, you're sharing money with them. That is interesting. Yeah, this is, I don't know how they calculate this. We're going to have to find out if this is even legitimate. This is too hard for me to calculate it. It's very hard for me to calculate. And the pool view is going to charge more money than the garden view room. But see, the pool view unit that you purchased costs more than the Garden View unit. See, that's where this problem's going to start coming in to play. This would be like at Larimar, because you have the view of the cliff. You get to charge people $250 a night for a 2-bedroom, let's say. And the people in the back that have pool view, they get to charge $225 a night. The people who have no view, they're on the side, and all they can see is like across the way at the Breeze Towers, and they can see part of the man-made beach. They'll might be $200 a night. But then when we get checks cut, they're like, Eric, you're sharing your money with the guys that have pool view, and you're sharing with the guy that has the side view that they can see part of the beach. And you're like, okay. But now they siphoned off some of your money to give to people that have lesser units. That's going to, yeah, I didn't even think about that, Victor Morel. You're right. You're right. I didn't even think about that when people are saying, I want ocean view, I want pool view, I want beach view. I didn't even think nothing about that. That changes things dramatically too. Wow. Yeah, it starts getting convoluted. They send an Excel sheet with estimated fees. I think you have it. Either way, I look for firearms too. Yeah, for more info. Yeah, we'll have to get it. Paul at George's. I would love to go to the trip with Eric, but I was just there last month. Maybe next time. Yep. That's cool, man. Paul Castillo making these things happen. I love everybody that goes there to get the lay of the land, to make sure they want to buy what they're going to buy. I look forward for us to visit and find out. Exactly. Let's see, Victor. Oh, no, not when people are staying there. Only when you know nobody is there. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All you can do is set a minimum temperature like they do in most hotels. Can't go below 65 degrees. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I understand. That's what I was thinking. When nobody's there, you turn it off, which makes it cool. You don't have to. Remotely is awesome, because then you know somebody just checked out at 11. Shut off the AC. And if you're in a house or anything else, you know the AC is going to be left on if you're not there to manually go in and shut it down. So I love that idea. All right. He's saying, you got an Excel sheet on this? I don't think I have that. I will go look at the Excel sheet with the cost and potential profit. Well, yeah, we have that, but we don't, that wasn't based on sharing profit though. It was based on 35% at 60% or whatever percentage rate you were going to rent your unit for. There was no talk about, oh, well, there's another fee here where everybody who didn't get their unit rented, you're sharing some money. There was none of that in the equation. I do have that. In fact, now that we're talking about it, I'm gonna go look. I think I have it. Let me go. Because this would have came up a long time ago about this shared rental pool thing. Paul Castillo, if you're still here, let me know which project has the shared rental pool. We're at Cruise on Land, right? Let me see if I have their sales presentation. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be on here. Let's go see. This is going to be very interesting. I'm not going to, okay, why don't I just do what we always do? I'll show you guys myself. Let's just go to it. I need to get this. Why is this on? Okay. I have to open this up in Google for my Chrome, and then we can get to biz. We'll see if there's any of this sharing thing they're talking about. I don't think so. Thanks for bringing it up, Paul Castillo. Yeah, I want to be there in person to talk about this, because this is too hard to talk about over the phones or via WhatsApp, because I'm looking at, we can just go look right now. This is what I'm saying. We'll just go look. This is the sales thing right here. We have it. So where's the rental thing? 100 attractions. Let's see here. Got 39 pages. Did we go over the rental stuff on here? I don't know so far. It doesn't look like it. Apartment types, all different kind. I thought they put. I know Larimar did. Okay, I guess they didn't. Nope. 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 Okay, not here. So I don't have it. It might be in the. Let's see if I have a. Oh, you're talking about the profitability calculator. I do have that too. That's what you're talking about, but I don't think it's in there. I don't think there was any talk of that. Any. I'm gonna pull it up. We'll see. I can't share this, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Okay, look. Okay, independent, proprietary, in rental pool. Okay, projected unit, patio, want bedrooms, 219 nights out of 365. They're talking about $23,000 gross. Average rental pool expenses per year, $89.04. Okay, so 8904 divided by 23,433. That's 38%. Annual maintenance, $1,149. Insurance, $267.96. Total expenses, $10,321. Okay. Gross profit, $13,001. Rental pool benefit. Okay. I don't know what this is. There's something called a rental pool benefit. Let me see if I can show this on screen. It's taking away $4,588. I don't know what a rental pool benefit is. Okay, so that leaves us $8,522. They're saying the monthly benefit is $651. They're also saying that's 11.66 annual profit. That's the $66,990 unit price. They're basing it on $107 per night. So that's the studio unit. They're also basing it on 60% occupancy, but nowhere in here, unless they're calling the rental pool benefit, that's $4,500. And unless that's what they're talking about that goes to other people, that's pretty crazy. I hope I can show this screen because I see something that's weird. So, okay, so there's two things going on here. Oh, okay, just a second. You guys will see what I'm talking about if I can show the Excel screen. Very interesting. Let's see if I can show this screen. This is very interesting because George's Charles touched upon something. He's correct. They have independent side by side. And they start talking about, yes, I can show it. They start talking about the energy bill on the independent side. They don't talk about the energy bill on the other side. So let me see if you guys can see this. Can you see it? Where is it? Okay, there it is. So check this out. He's correct. The 35% apparently is going to include the energy fees. So you guys can see for yourself right here. This is interesting. So look over here on the left side. This is the same unit, a studio unit, 60% occupancy. And they're over here, average rental pool, annual maintenance, insurance, total expenses. But look over here, independent, 40% occupancy. You're grossing 15.6 is based on 107 per night. Booking average 2,343. Hotel hosting 3,000. What's this mean? What's hotel hosting? They're charging you? Wait, what? Hold on a second. Hotel, they're charging a fee. What is this? Okay, never mind. I'll deal with this when we see them in person. What the hell? Okay, annual maintenance, the same. Notice on the left side, no hotel hosting, but they took 35%. This is 20% right here. Hotel hosting is 20% of the 15,000. All right, annual membership, 780. Over here, no annual membership. Okay, what the heck? Estimated energy, 960. No estimated energy over on the left side. Internet, 900. No internet on the left side. 267 insurance. The insurance over here is the same. You got $9,000. Owner benefit per year, 6,093. There's no correlation. Monthly benefit, 465. Okay. I'm not following. And then $42 monthly reposition fees. So that's 400 something times 5. That's only $2,000. That's not enough. The reason there's a fee not here. You're gonna, or you should take out a 5% maybe every month for later when you have to refurnish your place 5 to 7 years later. Just so you understand. So there's more fees. So there's something that George was saying, the 35% fee apparently is going to include, I don't know what this is. Membership fee, I don't know what that is. Estimated energy cost, internet, none of this is on the left side. This is like, and this hosting thing, this is like 5 or 6 G's. This is like $600 a month coming out of here. So I'm baffled. I don't know what a hosting fee is, hotel hosting fee. Maybe you guys know. I've never seen this on any of my paperwork. Maybe somebody knows. Okay, notice on the right side, I forgot. I left that out. This is what they think the rates are going to be. I don't quite think so. 2-bedroom premium. Yeah, that makes sense. 264, 283. Yeah, these numbers make more sense. 127, intermediate 107. Okay, I see where they're going. They do have higher rates. 188, 218 during low season. 244 penthouse units with barbecue. Yeah, this like I said, I'd be shocked if these 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms aren't in the 2s, mid 2s to upper 2s into the 300s. I'd be shocked. Penthouse units, 33 square meters is your 2 bed. Is that 50? So that's $50. You're paying $1 a square meter, and that's one. So 210. Is it 210 for the penthouse unit? This is 33. Wow, the terrace is smaller on the 3 bedroom. Oh, because they have a room up there. 121, 122. So that's 240, 270. Very interesting how they have this column. So I guess part of the 35% is going to be paying for all that. And then they're charging people who are independent. They're still charging them like if they're renting or they're part of the management. This is crazy. This is too convoluted for me. I'm sorry. Too convoluted. We're going to have to see what they say when we go there. Yeah, Paul, did they give you that? Yeah, we just found out what you were talking about, George's Charles. Apparently, they're charging you whether you're independent or in the rental pool. But you're right. The 35%, it appears, includes the energy bills, and the other things as well. So be it. But the problem, again, we're sharing profits. So even though they gave me a profit number, if there's a shared rental pool, that's not the profit then. Unless what was that called? That was called a specific thing, that rental benefit thing. Maybe that's it. Wow. Man, these guys are giving me more twists and turns than I can, making my head spin. Jeez, George's, I got one of those, but not as detailed as yours. All right. Yeah, there are different fees. If you're not in the rental pool, not only are they calculating 40% rental, they're charging you. Again, you're going to have to pay for your electric bill. You're going to have to pay for some sort of hotel hosting. They're charging. This blows me away. This blows me away. I'm like, what are we saying here? My God. Okay, I gotta write this down because I've never heard of hotel hosting fees. I don't know what that means. Sheesh. This is almost like an all-inclusive spot that they're giving people, letting people buy condos at. This is starting to be interesting. All right. That's crazy for me. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, it's based on sharing profit. Go see. Yeah, okay. So, George, but here's a problem. I saw hosting fee for hotel. That's $3,000 that they're taking out of their $15,000 profit. The question, though, is that would mean I'm going to have to pay $3,000 because they're not going to know what my revenue number is. So that must be a hard number. Hosting, hotel, or whatever that was, because they don't know. As far as they have no, I have a different management company, right? I don't have to go through them if I'm not in the rental pool. They're not going to allow me in the rental pool unless I have furniture. So how would they know how much I made? So that means that $3,100 I must have to pay annually. Either way, if I'm in the rental pool, I'm paying it, and if I'm not in the rental pool, I'm paying it. That ain't fair. If I'm not in the rental pool, that's the whole reason why I'm not paying it. They want the 35%. I don't. I'll take the 25% management fee. But now they're going to charge me $3,000. That ain't right. All right, hold on. I'm not going to jump to any conclusions. We gotta sit down and talk with them. Yeah, because it might all make sense when you see people in person. Because this is way, way too extravagant for most people. Most people aren't going to be doing these numbers and worrying about all this. They're just going to be like, I mean, I can only imagine a person sending stuff over to their management company saying, hey, man, we got to pay $3,000 or $300 per month over to Cruise on Land. And they're going to be like, why? We're handling your management there. They got a hotel hosting thing going on. I don't know. So we're going to have to see what they're talking about. Well, we'll have to report back later, ladies and gentlemen, in 2 weeks. Once we get this, because this is too convoluted for me. Way, way too convoluted. So we'll see what happens. But their prices, I think, are going to be on the low side. So I think the profits that they have correctly there, I think they're going to be higher in 2 years. And I believe it'll be higher than 10 to 20. It'll be 10 to 20% higher. So if they're claiming you could make, let's say, 15,000 profit, add on about 3,000 more, 18,000 is be more like it. If they're claiming 20, again, add 22 to 25,000. That seems more reasonable to me. Diggs, BTW. Hey, what's up? Have a good stream. Thank you so much, Diggs, BTW. I appreciate it. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. Hey, we're out here talking real estate right now. Early on, we talked crypto, gold, and silver prices, stock dividends. If you missed any of that, check the replay. But thank you so much for your support. All right, George's Charles. We'll have to end this. It's getting a little late. I wanted to end an hour ago, but since we got into the numbers, that changed things dramatically. But again, they're charging a lot. I don't know what a hotel hosting fee is. I've never seen that before. Anybody, if Marrero's still awake, anybody seen this? Anybody hotel hosting? I've never seen that on any rental I've ever done, whether with a management company or anybody. I've never seen that. So we'll get to the bottom of it when we get to the DR. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here. Everybody, you guys know I love you very much. It's all about you guys making money, building your wealth, creating your wealth, and we're letting you know what you can do. Anybody can do this. Nobody's stopping you. Go down below in the description box if you want to get your anything down there, which I don't even know what I left down there. I don't even know if I put in Robin. I don't even know if I put in Webull or not. I put in AppMex. I didn't even put in Webull, where you can get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. I'll put it in, but you'll have to refresh your page here shortly because I'm just now putting it in, and I'll have to save it on the screen, but you'll have to refresh your page if you want to get some free shares from Robinhood and Webull. They're apps, and you get more shares if you deposit $1 or more into Webull. First, they give you like 5 or 2 or 10, and then they'll give you like another 10 if you put some money in, like $1 or more. It could be $1. They'll still give you like 10 shares more. So you can end up with like 20 shares total with Webull. Robinhood gives you 1 free share of stock unless they have a new promotion, which I don't think they do. And then if you're interested in pre-construction condos, down below in the description box, I have several projects you can check out. McCall Gardens, Hills, Larimar City and Resort, Cruise on Land, and Sabana, which is the Equestrian Center, and Vista Cana, and also Riviera Castagna. You got all those. And then we have our November 6th through the 8th, 2023. And it is midnight, but I haven't been able to change it. So the price is still $199 per person. So you have about another 20 to 30 minutes before the price changes to $249. So sign up now. You can use your PayPal, pay later, Venmo, Zelle, crypto to get in. And we'll see you November 6th through the 8th. And don't forget, send me your t-shirt size after you sign up, please. Include it in the memo or something, or just send me an email after you register. But I need your polo shirt size. All right. Now, that wraps it up, ladies and gentlemen. This was a nice long one. I didn't think it would be this long, but hey, Victor Marrero is still awake, and he says, no, I didn't think so. We pay 30% at Margaritaville, but it includes marketing, check-in, maintenance, check-out. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what it's supposed to include. And they're a little high end too. So you get to charge people depending on what time of year, $500 a night, $400 a night, $600 a night, right? Victor Morel says the same thing. I don't know what that fee is. I've never seen that fee before on any paperwork for rentals. Never. So this is something new, hotel hosting. That's interesting. So we'll see what that is. But taking 3 G's out, that's no joke. And annually 3 G's, but still that's $300 a month or a little less, $260, $270 a month. And the question then starts being, do I get shared money from somewhere to offset that? Or am I in the sharing too? Because that's what that would indicate to me. I'm in the sharing. That means I'm not getting any money. I'm like, so we got to find out about this. There's going to be profit to be made. Like I said, the thing about Cruise on Land is the prices are so cheap that it's like they're going to charge $250 to $300 a night. I know that. So if you can buy at 120, 150, 100, 65 grand for a studio, they are going to charge $100 per night, 107, 120, 140. That's a great rate. And you only bought something for 65 or 99 or 89,000 fully furnished. You're at the 1% number. So that's good. But we have to figure out that 35%. Does that include some of the pool money? Then I'd be happy. Then I'd be like, oh, so you're taking some of the heat for that. Plus you're taking 10% from me to pay in the pool then. Because otherwise I'm going to go see somebody else and they can rent it for me at 25%. I'll keep the 10%. But then you're charging me a hotel hosting fee. That's a bummer. So we got to find out what all these moving parts are. There's too many of that. These guys have surprises every time you turn around. But it's still so cheap. And they have all these attractions. It's crazy. But is it going to be worth it in the long run? We will see. I think so. For everybody that buys now at these prices, you can't lose. Even at a freaking 40% management cost, you're still not going to lose. You're still going to win. It's crazy. Still going to be over 10%. That's insane. With 40% taken out. That's crazy when you think about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up. Yeah, I believe it's similar, but yeah. Well, nobody knows what that hosting fee is for people that aren't in the rental pool. I've never seen that before. I don't have to pay a hosting fee to anybody for any rentals that I don't even have the management company renting for me because they want 35%. Let's just call it what it is. I'm like, forget you. I can go through Airbnb and get hit with only 3%. And I don't need you. So that makes it very interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how this all shakes out. It's going to be very interesting. That was old from a year ago. Oh, okay. Well, all I'm saying is maybe they've changed it. But again, I'm going to reserve any real thought about it until we talk to them. So we'll see what they're doing. So we'll get it from them directly. I don't want to speculate because things could have changed. And maybe they changed them. Just like overall in their contract, they say things differently than what their contract reads. So we're going to have to find out exactly what they're talking about. And then we can actually start comparing what should happen. All right. But no matter what, it's still going to be a great deal. It's just if you can live with all their little loops and hoops they're doing. That's the only thing. All right. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to close this out tonight. And I'll see you on Friday night at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, I love you. I appreciate all your support over all these years. So don't miss Friday night. And tomorrow I'm dropping the Tomo Boost video. If you want to improve your credit, you can do it. They'll even backdate for you, which is pretty cool. Revolving trade line. So if you have a zero, no money owed, and you have a $20,000 trade line, that's optimal, right? That can offset your other trade lines, which is pretty significant. It does cost roughly about $35 per month, and they go by your bills. So your Hulu, your sport packages, your Netflix, your Prime, all of that goes on an annual number. So if annually, let's say Prime is like $100 a month, that's $1,200, right? Hulu's like $18. So what is that now? $200 annually. So now you're up to $1,400. So your line of credit is going to be $1,400 with 0% owed. They use the annual number. So I'm just giving you a preview. That's Tomo Boost. You're going to find out about it tomorrow. All right. So I'll be dropping a video about that tomorrow. So everybody, thank you again. I'll see you tomorrow and make sure you stay safe. Again, we have people talking. He says, I don't mind sharing profits as long as I get mine. Yeah, you're not getting yours though. See, that's the problem. If you're sharing profits, they have to take profit from. So that's what I was trying to say before. If you're one of the people who didn't get your unit rented, if we have 100 units and 60% of the units rented and the other 40 didn't, you're going to be happy when they cut you a check. But on the other side of the fence, if you did rent your unit, got rented, and then they tell you, hey, you got to give up 10 to 15% to the people that didn't. Now you're going to look at it a different way, because you're sitting there going, well, I thought I made $3,000 this month. Now you're telling me I made $2,500, and then it goes by unit size. But again, we can speculate all day. I want to hear what they're going to say, because there's got to be a simpler method to come about how you're going to do this shared rental pool thing. So maybe they have a certain calculation, or maybe it's, discussed a little bit different way that it's easier to understand. So I'm not going to make any judgments against them. I kind of like it. I mean, it beats the old, if you don't rent, and then, you're sitting there like, damn, the place was like I used to tell you guys, when I was in a rental pool with these companies at freaking 35%, and the whole complex is rented out or sold out. And then I'm thinking, oh man, $500 per night, and it's sold out. So my check's going to be $500, $700, $3,500. They get 35%. Great. That's lovely. That's great. That means I get almost 3 G's. And then they send me this thing that says $900. And I'm like, the place was sold out. Oh yeah, but see, you had 3 nights rented, and then a night was vacant, so you didn't rent that night, and then it was another 3 nights. So why it was sold out was because people wanted to rent 2 nights, because we have 2 nights minimum, so they could never rent 1 night. So that's why it was sold out. But you only did like 6 nights or 5 nights. I'm like, are you serious? I said, this will never happen again. This will never happen again. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I get $2,500 less 35%. That's a total difference between $3,500 minus 35%, not 25, 35%. I'm just like, are you serious? And then they came up with the energy cost, the charges for the MasterCard at 3 or 4%. The freaking cleaning fee was whatever. I mean, but after this thing was over, the check is like $900 or some crazy nonsense. I was like, okay, never again. Won't happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. It's been cool. And hopefully I'll see some of you on November 6th through the 8th. Go over there. I'm putting in the chat room. Everybody, if you couldn't get into the chat room tonight, that's because you're not members of the channel. Only members on Wednesday night can get into the chat room. All right. So here you go. In the chat room, go over to register. Say now it's going to be like another 35 to 40 minutes. The price is going to go up to $249 per person. And if you're going to be there November, 4th or 5th, Primaveral 4 is opening up their clubhouse and has an open house there, whether I'm there or not. But I'm just letting you know, if you arrive in Punta Cana, go check it out. It's a pre-construction project, villas. Some of the villas are made. You'll see what they're doing, see what their work is worth. And they have great prices still. So if anybody wants to go over and sign up for November 6th through the 8th, please do so now. We have builders, lawyers, realtors. We're going to office spaces. We're going to the project areas to go check out the lay of the land. We're going up to Macau. We're going to Cap Cana. We're going over to Punta Vista Cana. We're going to bankers coming to let us know what the appraisals are. All this is coming up, what you're going to need to make sure everything goes smoothly down the line. And with all that said, make sure you stay safe. Make sure you watch your back. Make sure you keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.